semi-quincentennial marks the 250 years. That's right. Combining semi, meaning half, with quincentennial, which refers to a 500-year celebration. So there you go. We effectively are representing a quarter of a millennium as the U.S. today, July 4th, 2026, celebrates 250 years since the Declaration of Independence. And now you know a little bit more about celebrating the 250 years, the more you know. Your White Sox are 45-42 as they continue a massive AL Central showdown this holiday weekend at Progressive Field. The White Sox have lost a season-high tying 3 straight games, but they've still won 39 of their last 68 as they currently continue a 7-game trip tonight at Cleveland. Sox are 2-3 on this current road trip, having suffered back-to-back walk-off losses in the first 2 games at Progressive Field after winning 2 of 3 at Baltimore. Sean Burke takes the mound for the Sox today, 1 game back of the division-leading Guardians. Len Casper and Darren Jackson rock the mic for track number 87 of 162 on the soundtrack to your summer, Baseball on the Radio. Len and DJ join us live from the Bell Tire broadcast booth shortly before first pitch, which is scheduled to come your way at 6:10 from Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio, right here on the ESPN Chicago Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. This is the Advantage Dealer Group pregame show. Find your next Chevy, Acura, Toyota, and now Cadillac, Buick, and GMC, and find your Advantage at Advantage Dealer Group. The White Sox and Guardians began yesterday's game, and the White Sox were feeling it after a tough walk-off loss on Thursday night at the hands of their division rival. And Travis Bazzana singled to get things started in a good way for the Guardians.
The pitch. A swing and a base hit to center. Arias will score. Hedges is going to stop at third, and it's 1-0 Cleveland. That's their first hit.
Little service into center field. Pitch was away, and he just reached out and punched it in that direction to make sure he got the job done.
The White Sox struggled offensively in this one until the top of the 5th with a couple of runners aboard, but 2 outs and ominous weather looming. Miguel Vargas found himself down 0-2 in the count. And what a tremendous at-bat Miguel Vargas had. Setting aside the result of yesterday's game, Vargas had what could have been, I believe, the best at-bat in all the major leagues had the White Sox been able to make it stand up. But after trailing 0-2, he fought his way back to a full count, and on the 10th pitch of the at-bat, delivered in a big way with a 30-plus mile-per-hour wind roaring in, trying to prevent the White Sox from taking a lead.
On a 3-2. Swing and a drive. Deep left. That is a 3-run homer.
Come on.
What an at-bat. An absolute rocket into the teeth of this strong wind, but he hit it low enough where it didn't matter a bit. It's 3-1 Sox.
Now, at that point, you thought the White Sox were in great position, but old Mother Nature had other ideas as an hour and 55-minute rain delay would then ensue, forcing both the White Sox and Guardians to turn things over to their bullpen. Anthony Kay had himself a nice little outing prior to that, going 4 innings in just 48 pitches, only allowing 1 earned run. But obviously, after a nearly 2-hour rain delay, the White Sox had to go elsewhere. And unfortunately for the Sox, they were not able to hold on. And things began in the bottom of the 7th when Austin Hedges kept chipping away.
There's a ground ball toward the hole and off the foot of Montgomery and into left, and a run's going to score. And it's 3-2.
And when you know it, of course, if the Guardians are going to come back, usually this man is going to be involved.
And 0-1 to Kwan, and he floats one to left, base hit. Here comes Rocchio, and Antonacci overruns the ball, and we're tied.
In the bottom of the ninth, the White Sox were doing what they could to try and force extras, and Tristan Peters continues to be a revelation for the White Sox, not just offensively, but of course, Gold Glove caliber defense.
The pitch to the lefty Schneemann. He hits a fly ball out in the deep center. Peters back. He leaps. He caught it right up against the wall. What a play.
Holding the Guardians at bay and forcing extras, but in the top of the 10th, the White Sox could not push across their Manfred man, making things somewhat easy for the Guardians, only needing one run to win the game, and eventually Khalil Watson did the job.
The pitch. Watson, it's a ground ball into center, and the game is over as Kwan scores. And for the second straight night, the Guardians come back and beat the White Sox and knock them out of first place.
Unfortunately, Miguel Vargas' home run was not going to be the difference in this ball game, but he talked about what an at-bat and what a moment, even though it didn't result in a win for the White Sox.
I was trying to drive the runner home and, try to take good pitches to swing, and I guess I got a good swing on it.
Were you surprised he went 4 straight sweepers against you, or you just looking for a strike or anything?
No, I just seeing for a strike. Just trying to drive the runner on, and I get lucky, a good pitch.
How was the rain at that point?
Despite the White Sox losing, Vargas talked about the team's propensity to play to the end.
Yeah, like I said before, we're playing all 9 innings, and I think we stay together all 9 innings, and even we got a couple games being down, and we come up, and I think they hope about winning the game every time it's in there. So it's not a result that we want, but hopefully we'll get back to the end of the series.
Hoping the White Sox can bounce back today. Somebody, though, who wasn't necessarily happy with the outcome of yesterday's game, in particular the way the delay was handled, was White Sox starter Anthony Kay, who was cruising along through.
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. We cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thanks, chef.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Jack Leiter making his season debut.
He's 148K, second among all AL rookies.
Jets 2-2, and a swing and a miss. There's his first strikeout of the season. He gets Mayo for the second out of the inning. To be the way to pitch, here's the 3-2. And that's right in there. Alonso just frozen.
Sinking fastball from Leiter. He retires the side in order for the first time tonight.
Big over-the-top windup, and the 1-2 pitch, he struck him out swinging with a cutter at 94. Nice assortment of pitches there from Jack Leiter. And that new pitch, the cutter, strikes out Adley Rutschman. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Great screwball action, a changeup at 92. So Leiter making use of a couple of pitches he didn't even have 2 years ago when he made his major league debut.
It's 2-2 and a swing and a miss. Got him chasing a curveball, and Leiter, I don't know that he loved where that one ended up, but he got the job done.
Doing your homework and working with people you trust. That's exactly what you'll find at Advantage Buick GMC in Hodgkins. No pressure, no unnecessary noise, just clear communication and a process designed to make you comfortable every step of the way. That's important to me, and I think it'll matter to you too. So, if a Buick or GMC is on your radar, I encourage you to visit Advantage Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
Another hospital bill from the accident and another letter from the insurance company.
Did you call them?
3 times this week. I keep getting transferred. Nobody will tell me anything.
Who is it?
Postman Law, injury and accident attorneys. Put down the bills. Hang up the phone. We'll handle the insurance company, help you find the right doctors, and be your one call for answers. Injured in an accident? Postman Law delivers peace of mind. Call 844-POSTMAN or visit postmanlaw.com. No fee unless we win. Attorney advertising.
Hey, it's your buddy Tom Waddle here. You know, I've taken a few hits in my day. Safe to say, I know a thing or two about collisions. On the field, you brace for them. Off the field, not so much. And that's why when your car takes a hit, you want a team that knows how to handle it. Gerber Collision and Glass. For more than 80 years, Gerber has been repairing damage, replacing glass, and getting you back on the road quickly and safely. Because the only collisions you should be worrying about are the ones on game day. Gerber, outperforming at every touch point in collision and glass.
Want to live life at max volume? Then look no further than Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana. With over 1,700 slots, 80 table games, live entertainment, and 5 restaurants which span a wide range of culinary genres, we are sure to have something for everyone. Whether you want to indulge in a savory dish at Council Oaks Steaks and Seafood, or take in dinner and live music at the world-renowned Hard Rock Cafe. Amplify your entertainment experience at Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana. Just off Exit 6, I-8094. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Happy 4th of July. Welcome back to the pregame show. We chat with Will Venable. Both teams will be wearing their Stars and Stripes uniforms tonight. Should be fun and a great atmosphere in Cleveland. Back-to-back games, unfortunately, come down to 1 or 2 pitches. That was the case again late last night after the rain delay.
Yeah, it was a tough one again, but, you know, these games are getting kind of predictable, you know. We know that this other team, we know how we line up with them. We know that there's things that we have to do on our side and then execute in order to win. And, you know, we sometimes are in spots where we just haven't done those things. And so, you know, no surprises in how these games have unfolded. Certainly tough losses, but we got another chance today and excited to go out there and give it everything we got.
I like what you did in the 10th against the lefty. You brought in your right-handed hitters there, and the goal on the road is to score multiple runs, right? So even if you scratch out a run there, the way the bottom of the 10th kind of developed, it probably wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you never know. It did end up being where they had a bunch of base runners and there was some action, some traffic, you know. But, yeah, it would have been great to score there. You do everything you can. I think, you know, using Grich there, you know, that's the best shot you got at scoring in that inning. And so, you know, it didn't happen for us. But, like you said, we got a chance today to do it all over again, and we're excited about it.
Unfortunately, the Vargas home run wasn't the game winner, but that might have been the best at bat I've seen all year.
Yeah, I'm sorry that didn't end up being the game winner because it was a special at bat, and he's done so many special things. It's been amazing, and just so proud of him and what he's been able to contribute on a daily basis. And certainly that was a huge at bat and really a momentum shifter. And unfortunately, the rain came and kind of washed that away a little bit. But you know, just a great stuff by Vargy.
It is the 1-year anniversary of Colson Montgomery's big league debut. If people forget, he reached base on a catcher's interference in his first ever plate appearance, made a really nice catch out in shallow left. Didn't have a hit that day, but he ended up with 5 hits the next 2 days in Colorado, and here we are a year later.
Yeah, time flies, you know, but Colson has done a lot in this year that he's been in the big leagues, and he's a special player, he's a special guy. We're so glad that we have him and that he was committed to being the best version of himself, and he really went to work, as we talked about it a lot last year. You know, didn't start how he wanted it to, and he really went to work to readjust his swing and put himself in a spot to be an impactful guy up here, which he has been.
You've had to use a lot of bullpen, so obviously you'd like to get some length out of Sean Burke, but along those lines, getting a bunch of runs would help too, right?
Yeah, this is a day for runs. You know, this is a day not to put the pressure on the offense. They've come through so many times for us this year, but this is a day for them to come through. You know, we're stretched thin in our bullpen. You know, we're not going to have as many choices as we normally would like to match up and do different things. It's really going to be about coverage, and we'll see what it looks like when we get there.
All right, go get them tonight.
Thanks, son.
That's Will Venable on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Hey guys, it's Sylvie. Summer is here, and if your AC can't keep up with the heat, now is the perfect time to upgrade. Four Seasons is having their summer savings event, 72 months interest-free financing with up to $4,000 in rebates, plus same-day installation with no extra charge. They'll beat any competitor's offer by $1,000 guaranteed. For all your cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs, you know who to call.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
You gotta see Jack.
You gotta see Jack.
Jack Phelan. 'Cause Jack's got something new.
Jack Phelan Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Countryside is your hometown team. For more than 50 years, people have been seeing Jack for a huge new and used car inventory. Terrific savings and customer service that's second to none. If you're ready for a winner, you gotta see Jack. Jack Phelan Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Countryside.
Construction season is here in Chicagoland. Commercial Tire Service is ready to keep your crews moving. Family owned and operated since 1989, they bring over 37 years of experience helping businesses choose the right tires for every job. From construction and industrial equipment to landscaping trucks and trailers, they offer a wide range of tough tires and sizes. With 8 Chicagoland locations, including their newest in Hammond, Commercial Tire Service is the #1 choice for tires when the job needs to get done right. Visit CommercialTireServices.com.
Listen, as a dad, I'm always thinking, how do I give my kids the best foundation to grow and be great? For me, it starts with what's in their cup, and that's milk. It's packed with 13 essential nutrients to help build strong bones and support their growth every single day. This isn't just a drink, it's a part of the game plan. And when they want something that feels like a treat, chocolate milk is a cheat code. It hydrates better than most sports drinks and still fuels them to stay active. In my house, we're building strength every day the right way. Learn more at usdairy.com.
Number 3 of 4. I'm Jeff Meller here on the Advantage Dealer Group pregame show as we get you set for first pitch coming your way at 6:10 tonight. Len Casper, Darren Jackson join us right around 6 o'clock. I mentioned the 9-game losing streak at Progressive Field for the White Sox. How about this, though? The White Sox are the only team in Major League Baseball that have not lost 4 games in a row. Now, they've lost 3 in a row right now, so going to need a win tonight if they're going to extend that streak and remain the only team in baseball not to lose 4 in a row. And if they do so, it would be good if they avoid issuing free passes because they have walked 21 batters in their last 3 games during this losing streak. So, Sean Burke, let's do what you can, but we'll get to him in just a moment when we have our pitching matchup. But first things first, let's give you our starting lineup, which is brought to you by Pete's Market. They feed Chicago best. Pete's Market, home of the freshest produce and meats. Shop Pete's, where fresh is done right. So the White Sox starting lineup today looks like this, a little bit different because a lefty's on the mound for Cleveland. Miguel Vargas will lead off and play first base today. Vargas added his 20th home run, which we played for you earlier. He joined Colson Montgomery and Munetaka Murakami as the only trio in baseball with 20 home runs apiece. And they became the first White Sox triumvirate to do so since 2006 when Jim Thome, Jermaine Dye, and Paul Konerko all did so before the All-Star break. So Vargy, Colson.
Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places, and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go try an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from our fans. They want to try something with wrap, easy to eat. So we say, well, let's do like a, brisket wrap and an egg roll.
That's beautiful. You get the gold medal for culinary brisketry here in Texas.
Yes.
The beauty of this jersey is the field, the texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, is, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
I believe this one's it's a rookie card, I know, but I feel like it's the first card that I ever, big league card. Obviously, as a kid, trying to get to the big leagues, the dream of making it, but as a kid that had cards, right, as a kid, this is like seeing your card the first time is pretty cool. So that's pretty powerful when you see that card.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Following this series, the White Sox will return home to Chicago after an off day on Monday, when they will conclude the first half of the season with a 6-game homestand, starting with Boston on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then wrapping up the first half against the Athletics on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Wright Field. Coming up next, I'll get you a player to bank on. We'll do that in 2 minutes right here on the Advantage Dealer Group pregame show on the ESPN 1000 Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Do you need home financing? Check out Marquette Bank. Looking for a home lender you can trust? You need Marquette Bank. Level up your home financing journey with Marquette Bank. You get experienced mortgage specialist and an easy digital home loan process. Great rates, great service. Marquette Bank makes it easy. Marquette Bank is here for all your mortgage and home equity needs. Visit emarquettebank.com/home loan to get started. Marquette Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 462926.
Every day, hardworking men and women build our roads, our offices, our homes, but you don't see the silent struggle, the disaster of a totally wrecked porta potty. Untouchable surfaces, unbearable odors, conditions no crew should endure.
Just want something clean, something decent.
That's why there's Flood's Royal Flush. Premium, spotless, comfortable restrooms, cleaned and maintained by and for hardworking people. Flood's Royal Flush, a local, woman-owned, family-operated company. You dump it, we pump it. Now offering sweeping service and septic pumping.
Steinhoppels is proud to be a partner of the Chicago White Sox and proud to support Special Spaces Illinois. This season, every time the White Sox turn a double play at home, Steinhoppels will donate $200 to Special Spaces to help create dream bedrooms for children battling cancer. With 7 Chicagoland locations, Steinhoppels is your furniture and mattress destination with the largest selection to fit every style and budget. Shop in store and online at steinhoppels.com.
Let me ask you something. Why does buying a car have to feel like Game 7 pressure? It doesn't. That's why you go to Advantage Toyota in River Oaks. What's up, it's Jay Hood. You got a budget? They've got Toyotas that you want to drive. And here's the best part I appreciate. They keep it simple. No marathon sessions, no mystery math, just straight answers, real numbers, and a team that respects your time. Imagine that. Respect. Go see the crew at Advantage Toyota River Oaks. Toyota, let's go places.
Jeff Meller back here with you on the Advantage Dealer Group White Sox pregame show, getting you set for White Sox and Guardians, Game 3 of 4. Sox 1 game back of Cleveland in the American League Central. Today's Marquette Bank player to bank on. Let's roll with rookie Braden Montgomery, who has reached base safely in 13 straight games. He's slashing .283 with a .382 on base and a .478 slug over those 13 games. Who Are You Banking On is brought to you by Chicagoland's Neighborhood Bank, Marquette Bank, here for all your home financing needs. Love where you bank. Before we get you this date in White Sox history, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. On this date in White Sox history, 1 year ago today, July 4th, 2025, you may remember Colson Montgomery making his big league debut at Coors Field with a spectacular defensive play.
There's a swing and a bloop out in the shallow left. Montgomery lays out, and he made an amazing grab. What a play by Colson Montgomery.
Of course, he would make a fantastic defensive play. Colson, on the calendar year now, he's played in 154 career games, and he has 42 home runs, and by the way, 104 RBIs in those 154 games over one calendar year. So I'd say the kid has done a pretty nice job in one, basically.
Breaking ball, grounder. Marshall lets Jeffries get it, toss to Cone, he tags the bag. And they say safe. Watch the runner, he's not watching the runner. The runner scores. And Cone's still arguing. Here comes the second runner. The second runner scores. I don't believe I just saw that. I don't believe it.
For the first 2 months of the season, San Diego's dynamic showman, Fernando Tatis Jr., has experienced, well, let's just call it a power outage. One of the game's most electric players had gone 55 consecutive games and more than 200 at-bats without a home run. That all changed last Saturday against the Nats. In the top of the fifth, Tatis faked a bunt on the first pitch, but on the next pitch, he unleashed. Like, really unleashed, crushing the ball 451 feet.
Home run number 1 of 2026 for Fernando Tatis Jr.
It was his longest home run since 2021 and capped a 6-game stretch in which he had 13 hits and raised his batting average by 24 points.
Enjoy the ride, Fernando.
With the home run monkey off his back, let's see if El Nino can turn the tide and add the power surge the Padres will need to keep pace with the Dodgers in the NL West.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
$4 before July 8th, the 4th of July sale at
Bell Tire.
White Sox baseball.
It's a fly ball out into deep left center field. It's back there. It is gone! Edgar Carroll wins it!
20.
Miguel Vargas. Kyle Teel.
20.
Colson Montgomery. Chase Mindroth.
6.
Light it up. Line shot deep left. 2-run homer.
That work never stops.
Just can't be stopped. 3-run homer.
Continue to progress.
It's a grand slam. Yeah.
Push that momentum a little bit more forward.
He's done it again.
Process getting stronger.
Sox lead.
And get better and better.
You asked for it, you got it.
And better and better and better. It's hard not to be excited, man.
This is Chicago White Sox baseball on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Audio Network. Brought to you by Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. By the Advantage Dealer Group. Buy your next car with the Advantage Dealer Group. It's in the name. By Marquette Bank. Love where you bank. Pete's Market. No one does fresh like Pete's. By Bell Tire.
Bell Tire.
And Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana. Live life at max value. Now, along with Darren Jackson, here's the voice of the White Sox, Len Casper.
Hi again, everyone, and happy 4th of July. We are set for White Sox baseball on the radio from Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio. It's game 3 of a huge 4-game weekend series in Cleveland. The White Sox have dropped the first 2 games in walk-off fashion, 6-5 the final Thursday evening. And Cleveland a 4-3 win in 10 innings last night. The Guardians coming from behind to win those 2 games. Sox have had a real tough time getting to the Cleveland bullpen. So the Sox have dropped out of first place. They're 1 game back, but a chance to get back into a tie with a win tonight. Sox are 45-42. The Guardians are 47-42. The pitching.
And he'll hit it in the hole. Tovar, a long throw from the outfield. Grass, they got him. Oh, my goodness.
Cruz the other way to deep right center the other way. And Kaiser leaps and makes a phenomenal catch up against the wall.
Shallow, trouble. Griffin makes the play. Connor Griffin. Tremendous play by the Pirates shortstop.
Leaping catch by Curtis Mead for the out. Snow cone in the webbing of the glove.
Line to center. Pete Crow Armstrong in. Slides and he makes the catch. Great play by Pete. The throw from Montgomery to second. Got him. What an arm from the rookie, Braden Montgomery. Slides and makes the catch. A dazzling effort again from Abreu and a tip of the cap from Sonny Gray.
One's driven out to right field. That takes Nimmo back to the wall. He makes the catch.
Hit that wall hard, but he makes the play, and this one's over.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Big one as the Sox try to even up this season set. It's the Sox and the Guardians from Cleveland next on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
The hospital wants payment for my accident injuries. Insurance keeps calling. I can't find a doctor who takes my plan. Nobody will give me a straight answer. Who is it?
Postman Law, Injury and Accident Attorneys. We're here to handle all of it. The medical bills, the insurance company, finding you the right doctor for your injuries, giving you one point of contact who actually picks up the phone. Injured in an accident? Postman Law delivers peace of mind. Call 844-POSTMAN or visit postmanlaw.com. No fee unless we win. Attorney advertising.
Today, the average age of a first-time homebuyer is in their 30s, but we believe that it's still something all should aspire to. At Century 21 Hearthside, we work every day to make the dream of homeownership a reality for you. We know the communities we serve, and we provide the diversity of staff to help you every step of the way. And we're licensed in Illinois and Indiana. Start your journey today at C21HearthsideRealtors.com. I'm Lenny File, and I go the extra mile. Visit C21HearthsideRealtors.com today.
Hey, it's the good kid. When it comes to my ride, I don't mess around. That's why I drive an Advantage Chevy. 3 locations. Chicagoland's covered. Boom. You want a Chevy? They got every Chevy. You want savings? Oh, yeah. They've got that, too. And here's what matters most. Trust. When you walk into Advantage Chevrolet Bridgeview, you're not getting the runaround. They respect your time. They respect your budget. They shoot you straight. Head to Advantage Chevrolet in Bridgeview and see what I'm talking about. Advantage Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Waddle, it's my first 4th of July hosting this year, but I feel like I'm forgetting something.
What's in the cooler?
Haven't gotten that far yet.
Well, there's your problem.
What do you mean?
Ketel Marte, for the first time in his career, has homered in 4 consecutive ball games. He's homered in 4 straight, 5 of his last 6. That's 17.
1 earned run, 2 runs on 1 hit, no walks, and 9 strikeouts for Turk Skubal. It's just nice to see him get back to being dominating Turk Skubal, because this is the guy we're going to see a lot of the rest of the year.
7 scoreless innings for Christopher Sanchez tonight, lowers his ERA to exactly 2.00.
It's a long home run for Junior Caminero. He's homered now in 5 consecutive games.
He has 8 home runs in his last 7 games. Those are video game numbers.
What a start for Cade Cavalli. Ends his night with an even 100 pitches, strikes out a career-high 13, and gets some love from his teammates and coaches.
And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. The Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and drive in a couple of runs. Cranked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one headed for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the third straight hit to open the 5th inning. Chopper for Jazz. Hot shot. And he makes the catch. That got on there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, "Did you see that?" I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
Mitch Meyer at the wall, leaping off his glove, and look at Ross Globe preventing a 3-run home run. That is one of the oddest plays.
Giles, a long run towards the corner. Crashes through the door.
For a moment, I thought he wanted to leave early.
A strange-looking defensive play by Pat Burrell.
It looked like the invisible man came from behind and tackled him.
Wanted out in front of the plate. He's falling forward. And that's a Zach Bundy's flare.
Complete. It is Nick Lentz. Hunter Wendelstedt is the first base umpire. Vic Carapazza, he is at second, and the crew chief. Edwin Moscoso, the third base umpire. Rate is a proud partner of your 26 White Sox. The Rate app gives Chicago fans an all-in-one wellness app with tools to build financial strength and guidance for fitness and stress management. Feel better, live better, play better. Download the Rate app today. And join us at the ballpark Friday, July 10th for Mexican Heritage Night as the White Sox take on the Athletics at 6:40. 15,000 fans, 21 and older, will receive a Mexican Heritage jersey presented by Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. And stick around for the post-game fireworks show. Get your tickets and prepaid parking at whitesox.com/promos. Join us at the ballpark Saturday, July 11th. The White Sox face the Athletics at 1:10. Come early for a pregame MLB draft watch party. Enjoy 20% off all food and beverage plus entertainment around the ballpark. And stick around for the post-game alumni home run derby presented by Blue Moon. All right, let's get this one underway as Parker Messick is taking his warm-up tosses. Here's Len Casper with our play-by-play. All right, thank you, DJ. And our look at the White Sox uniforms, driven by Arlington Toyota. Check out their impressive lineup of Toyota vehicles today. Arlington Toyota, new owners, same people, better deals. Visit ToyotaArlington.com. Sox are wearing gray uniforms. The Guardians are wearing their home whites. All teams donning special USA 250 themed uniforms and caps. Numbers are in a stars and stripes pattern, as well as the cap logo. White caps, navy blue bills for the home team, and the White Sox caps have a red bill. A very patriotic look this weekend. Notice the issue with the smoke right now. Yeah, they had some fireworks or something, right?
Yeah.
A little hazy here over the field as we get started.
It means the wind is blowing in our direction.
The first pitch to Miguel Vargas is a fastball outside from the lefty Messick. 82 degrees, a perfect night here in Cleveland. Messick works quickly. The pitch. Fastball 94 near the outside corner. It's a strike. Nick Lentz, Michigan native, calling balls and strikes. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Missed just inside on a close one. Vargas banged his 20th home run last night. It gave the Sox the lead right before a 2-hour rain delay. And it would be the only runs they would get last night. Sinker is low, ball 3. Before this game is over, we should learn who the White Sox All-Star or All-Stars will be.
All right.
Those announcements are coming in the next hour or so, I believe. Fastball is outside, ball 4. Another close one. No challenges, though, by Austin Hedges, and that's a leadoff walk to Vargas.
Well, it's interesting because Messick looked in at the umpire and then pointed as if to say, was that up? Again, you just mentioned they have challenges. Umpires probably don't want to answer those questions because, well, if you don't think it was a ball, just tell them, oh, I want to check that.
Now the designated hitter, Randall Grichuk. And he takes low on a curveball. Our broadcast booth brought to you by Bell Tire. This 4th of July, you can save up to $340 on tires and more at Bell Tire. It's the only steal happening today someone won't be mad about. Swinging a fly ball out into medium right center. Stephen Kwan is there, and he makes the catch. That's the first out. And that'll bring up Chase Meidroth. Some streaks of sunshine coming through from the left field corner. Home plate area in the shadows. The mound is in the sun. The center fielder in the shade, along with the batter's eye background, which is made up of shrubs and trees. The stretch and the pitch. Fastball strike to Meidroth. Vargas walked to lead off the game. Now 1 down. He's still at first, being held by Manzardo. And the pitch. Change up is outside. So in terms of the angle of the sun, it's basically right now, right in the eyes of the first baseman who's staring at the pitcher. The 1-1. Low on a curve. I've mentioned this story before. Old Jerry Park, where the Expos played in their early seasons, they would actually have a 2 or 3 minute delay for night games because of the angle of the sun. The first baseman couldn't see the pitcher. 2-1 is hit in the air down the right field line. Khalil Watson is over there, but it's off the netting.
Yeah, there haven't been many big league ballparks where they would pause the game, and the one you're mentioning, obviously. But there have been a lot of minor league places that had issues with the sun where they paused the game because it was setting in center field at certain times of the day, and the hitters couldn't see when the pitcher was pitching. So you go in the locker room for about 15, 20 minutes. Water break.
2-2 pitch. Outside on a changeup. So if you're good with directions and the angle of the sun here at this time of the evening, you would know that straight through second base towards center field is due north.
Yes.
Here at the ballpark in Cleveland. 3-2 coming. Grounded foul softly on a changeup.
Yeah, the sun's pretty brutal, but I'm going with if the pitcher, wants to pick off the base runner, as long as he keeps it low, he doesn't give him a little lollipop throw over there, it won't get lost in the sun.
Another 3-2. First a snap toss over to the bag at first, and it was in the dirt. Manzardo able to dig it out.
White Sox had a runner picked off yesterday, Braden Montgomery, at first base.
The payoff. Called strike 3 on a fastball. And Meidroth knew it.
Seen a lot of that lately. I mean, actually, it's been all year long. Fastballs for called strike 3. Just seems to be a lot more lately when they're losing games. And again, it's going to always enter my mind. If you're not ready for a fastball with 2 strikes, I don't know what you're looking for, because that's the one pitch, if you're not looking for it, you can only take it and you're going to be rung up.
So 2 outs. Colson Montgomery takes low and in on a sinker on the 1-year anniversary of his major league debut at Coors Field in Colorado. He reached on a catcher's interference in his first career plate appearance. He went 0 for 2 with a walk that day. 5 hits over the next 2 games. And he cracks his bat on a little flare that's going to land fair down the left field line. Vargas racing hard to third. Justin Jersley's going to send him. Here comes the throw, and he's going to score. And on the play, Colson's going to end up at third. Cooper Ingle retrieved that ball in foul territory. I thought they had a play on him, but he didn't hit the cutoff man, and that ball just kind of trickled its way on down the line. Great send by Justin Jerschley.
Yeah, you can't be any more aggressive than Jerschley just was on this flare off the end of the bat. Again, we've talked about how Engel is a converted catcher, and he did not go at that any harder than really you should have to. But I will tell you this, Vargas noticed he wasn't really hustling to it, and he just said, I'm going to run as hard as I can, and hopefully I'll get waved home, and he was.
It's an RBI double. Junior Perez takes a strike. Engel will be charged with a throwing error, allowing Montgomery to get to third. That's Colson's 16th double. So 1-0 in the first inning. And the 0-1 is popped up. Down the first base side, foul territory. Manzardo in the shade will make the catch. Just what the Sox needed, a first inning run tonight. 1-0.
Hey Chicago, what do you say? Let's take a road trip to Wrigley Field today. Home of the Chicago Cubs since 1916, Wrigley Field is the second oldest ballpark in the majors, just behind Boston's Fenway Park. Hop off the L in the heart of Wrigleyville and take in the unique buzz of the neighborhood. On the corner of Clark and Addison, the iconic red marquee sign welcomes fans into the friendly confines. Once inside, direct your attention to the manually operated scoreboard that sits 60 feet above center field. Lush green ivy covers the brick outfield walls, and just beyond the bleachers, Wrigley rooftops provide an unrivaled view of the game. When at Wrigley, you have to get a Chicago dog. With everything, of course. The chicken tinga torta or chicken and churros are great options too. Find your seat in the bleachers and embrace the rowdiness. Sing along to Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And don't forget to root for the Cubbies. Wrigley Field, an unforgettable experience.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Fifth Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Montgomery hits a fly ball pretty well. Game over. Vargas and Montgomery. This team is something else. That Montgomery double sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka, America's favorite vodka for a reason, distilled and bottled by Fifth Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly. Travis Bazzana takes a strike from Sean Burke. 1-0 Sox in the first inning. This is a pitching rematch from June 23rd in Chicago. Burke beat Messick 2-1. Slider is a little high. Sean's been in a good stretch of late, making his 18th appearance and 14th start. The 1-1 coming, fouled back by the left-hand hitting Bazzana. Sox have won the last 3 times he has pitched. He got a no decision Monday in Baltimore. 5 1/3, 4 hits, 2 runs allowed. Here's his 1-2. Fouled back on a fastball at 96. 1-2 on Travis Bazzana.
Yeah, Sean has been pitching like he has a ton of confidence. I mean, you can see it, and the results have been there because of it.
Bazzana's 4 for 8 plus 2 walks in the series. And he swings and misses. He's now 4 for 9.
Hey, join us for $5 Tuesdays. All fans will enjoy a specially priced $5 concessions menu on select food and beverage items, including Garrett popcorn, Vienna beef hot dogs and sausages, Beggar's pizza, nachos, and more.
Chase DeLauder, the DH. Fastball outside, but we've got a challenge. Drew Romo seems pretty convinced it's a strike.
Take control of the ball. Catcher's challenge.
And it is a strike on the outer edge.
Call is overturned. Count, zone 1.
And that challenge, a reminder, a second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Love the confidence with which Drew challenged that pitch. Fouled 0-2 as he tapped his helmet. He was nodding like, yep, I got you.
Yeah, absolutely. It matters. You know what I was just realizing, too, while we're waiting for that to be announced that it was going to be overturned, is how quick that system works is just perfect for this game.
The 0-2, 97, but high and outside.
Because it's really not a delay. It's not an inconvenience whatsoever to wait for those 3 seconds for that to pop up and tell you.
I agree. Burke's 1-2 pitch. Whacked into center field. Actually might have clipped the foot of Vic Carapazza. It was a base hit no matter what. A 1-out single for DeLauder, and that'll bring up Kyle Manzardo. If the Sox win tonight's game, Walner Law will make a donation to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. Walner Law handles the toughest car accident cases in Chicago. Call 312-8-million. Walner Law, win with Walner.
Watching DeLauder hit, I don't know how he's not hitting about 330 with the swing he has.
He takes a cutter. It's on the outside corner for a strike. Well, they've got some interesting young pieces here. They would rather not be without Jose Ramirez, but he's injured. And they're finding a way without him as Manzardo swings and misses, 0-2. Khalil Watson getting an opportunity has been great. He's on deck.
Yeah, they've kind of done like the White Sox, right? Plug and play. Even though they've lost players, they're putting other guys in, and they're delivering. They're helping out.
Left side of the infield bunched towards second base. And Burke on an 0-2 to Manzardo. A swing and a hard ground ball. That'll get into right center. DeLauder's going to end up at third. And these pesky Guardians are threatening again.
Well, they just do that. They get their hits. It's not the most powerful lineup you're going to face, but if they're going to have a good approach like they're showing right now, just taking the ball back up the middle, yeah, they're going to keep the merry-go-round going round.
Here's the rookie Watson, who had the game-ending single in the 10th inning last night. Against the White Sox, he's 6 for 15 with a homer and 7 RBIs. They'll set up for 2 in the middle of the infield. The third baseman Montgomery's in on the grass, and Watson takes outside on a curveball. The Sox need quality, but they need innings from Sean Burke tonight, especially after the rain delay shortened up Anthony Kay last night. The 1-0. Grounded foul. He pulled a slider. 1-1 on Khalil Watson. Davis Martin went 3 1/3 on Thursday, and then Kay went 4 last night. So the bullpen's pretty tired. Long hold, now the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Went with a fastball down the middle. 1-2.
Yeah, it's pretty typical how overused bullpens get now, but the White Sox have really been stretched. Last 11 games alone. There's 3 times over the last 11 games where they have used less than 4 pitchers in a game. That's it. Everything else has been 4, 5, 6, 7 pitchers used.
1-0 Sox. Guardians threatening. The 1-2 to Watson is head high. Well, here are a couple of stats for you. In this series, the Guardians bullpen, 9 1/3, no runs. The White Sox in the season series against Cleveland, 16 runs in 24 1/3 innings, 4 blown saves. 2-2 is hit on the ground to a backhanding Vargas at first, and they're going to turn a double play. 3-6-3.
And a fist pump from Vargas on the finish of that 3-6-3. He was pumped that he made the right decision to start that play.
Nice return throw from Acuna at second base. And Burke escapes damage. 1-0 Sox after an inning on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Hey, it's the good.
Hank Greenberg helped popularize the first baseman's mitt, holding a massive 13-inch pocketed glove. That was quickly banned, reducing the maximum size to 12 inches. Paul Richards also developed a black hole-sized catcher's mitt. This ginormous thing, measuring 42 inches in circumference, was known as Big Bertha, or the Elephant, for its massive size. It was swiftly outlawed as well.
2 strikes on Hunter. This ball hit deep left field. Take a good look. You won't see it for long. It's a 1-run game. Second deck for Hunter Goodman. His first of the year. That thing went 435 feet.
And you get the future Hall of Famer, and for Hunter Goodman, last year's Silver Slugger, the National League is a catcher, just a rolling curveball. Hang it, Hunter Goodman's going to destroy it.
Williams pops it up. Another one for Jeffries. Well, the best part about it is that he can actually try to smile a little bit.
Jeffries laughs at himself, and I think that's cool, because I'm not laughing at his inability to catch the pop. And that's the way the game is. You have to be able to laugh at yourself a little bit.
Big double play to get out of the first inning. Switch hitting Braden Montgomery in the second. Swings and misses against the lefty Parker Messick. 1-0 White Sox. That double play brought to you by Steinhoffels. 0-1 fouled back up under our booth. Shop Steinhoffels July 4th sale today. Take $75 off every $799 you spend. Steinhoffels, Chicagoland's furniture and mattress leader. Montgomery got a timeout. Now he's back in and ready. And the 0-2. It's high. Messick is an all-star candidate, 7-5 with a 2.85 going into action tonight. Fastball is low.
Oh, he's legit. I mean, he's kind of similar to the lefty we saw out of the bullpen last night. Sobrowski.
2-2 pitch. He struck him out swinging on a high fastball. Second strikeout for Messick. That'll bring up the shortstop Acuna.
Acuna had been finding his timing and his swing, but he hasn't had regular at-bats. So it's easy for him to lose that timing because of it.
And Luis drills a line shot out into left center, and it's going to be run down by Stephen Kwan, who made it look easy.
Yep, that ball was hit hard. Kwan was on it like it was no problem.
2 quick outs. Now Tristan Peters, White Sox center fielder, batting .286. Sox enter play tonight, tied for third in the majors with 121 home runs. Peters takes low and outside. Started off sizzling hot against the division. They're still over 500 against the Central at 16-12, but they've had a tough go of late. That sweep in Detroit. They've lost the first 2 here in Cleveland. Sinker is inside. So they're 3-9 on the road in the division, 13-3 at home. The 2-0. Fastball missed the low outside corner.
Yeah, the team, I mean, obviously it's a lot of fun to watch, but It has had its moments where all of a sudden you're like, oh, they're cold. Oh, they're hot. They're cold. They have the winning record. That's what's important.
Fastball misses outside, and that's a 4-pitch walk with 2 outs. The White Sox have a fully left-handed bench, which means Will Venable had to put 2 left-hand hitters in the lineup tonight, and it's Colson Montgomery and Tristan Peters. Romo, the switch-hitting catcher, will bat right. And he takes a low changeup. He is overdue. 0 for his last 20.
How about how left-handed the batting order is for the Guardians? Goodness gracious.
First 4 are lefties and a switch hitter, then 2 more lefties, then a righty, then a lefty. Fouled off.
They have 1 right-handed batter against a right-handed pitcher tonight. That's it.
Hedges. And
yep.
They could have gone with Bailey.
Yes, they could.
Switch hitter.
Yes.
1-0 Sox in the second. Peters edges off first. The 1-1 to Romo. Curve strike to make it 1-2.
Peters gets a rather deep lead from first base, trying to create a better angle going into second if the ball's hitting the gap. And they've done research to see, what's the best route to take to save at least whatever amount of time around second and third. So he's doing what he's been taught.
The 1-2 way outside on a changeup. Romo has 9 hits, 13 hits, 5 homers, 9 extra base hits.
Yeah, and he burst onto the scene with the power, but he's played so infrequently that swing's just been hard for him to recapture.
2-2 hit hard on the ground, and this will get into left field. That snaps his 0 for 20. Peters thought about third and made the right call.
I love it.
30 feet past the bag after Engel let it go to third, he stopped.
I love it because they're going to make Engel prove that he can throw. They're putting pressure on him. He did the right thing by stopping, that's for sure. He did not want to make the last out, but he looked like he was just going to keep going. He was committed to force that throw into third base.
Vargas batting with 2 on and 2 out. He walked and scored in the first. And he takes an inside curveball.
Yeah, the best thing that could have happened was turn the top of the lineup over to this guy right now. Give him a chance to do some damage with runners on.
Deep breath by the lefty Messick. The pitch. It's high. Messick's a Florida native. He's from Plant City. Went to Florida State. Guardians took him in the second round of the 22 draft. The 2-0. Sinker is low. Ball 3.
Even with the power of Grichuk on deck, I'm going to assume that this leadoff man has a free pass to swing on 3-0.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. And he did not get cheated.
Well, he did in a sense. He swung really hard, you're right. He didn't get cheated with that, but he got cheated because he swung so hard he didn't even foul tip the ball. He doesn't need to swing that hard. Just short and quick and put it in the seats.
The 3-1. Popped up down the right field line. Foul territory, and it is out of play.
Well, if there's ever been proof to a pitcher that sometimes it doesn't really matter, even if a batter knows what you're going to throw him, you can do it and they can't do anything with it because he had a 3-0 count, got a fastball, and a 3-1 count, got a fastball, and now Vargas is on the verge of being struck out or at least making it out.
Travel time for the 2 base runners. The 3-2 to Vargas. Called strike 3. We've got a challenge from Vargas.
Batter challenging the call. Strike call.
So it was over at the knees, we think, but maybe low. And it's a strike, and the inning's over.
Chicago has 1 challenge remaining.
Third strikeout for Messick. Sox strand 2. We head to the bottom.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
I want to see what JJ does in these spots. Down 2 strikes. In the air center. Mullins on the run. Still going back. JJ Weatherholt homers in his debut. Incredible. Just goosebumps right now at Busch Stadium. You could not have written that any better. 0-2. Dead center field, 425-foot shot. My goodness. How fast can you fall in love, St. Louis?
Network on Chicago's home for sports, ESPN Chicago.
Bottom 2, 1-0 Sox. Sean Burke against Brian Rocchio. Batting left-handed, he takes a high fastball. Burke gave up back-to-back singles with 1 out in the first, but then got a big double play ball to get out of it. The 1-0 is lined into right, and it's a base hit for Brian Rocchio.
Burke then looked to see the speed of that last pitch. He wants to know, like, how was he on that so well? It was pretty hittable. It was down the middle and up.
Comes Cooper Ingle, rookie, playing left. "24 years old. This is just his 6th career game. He's 1 for 14 with 3 walks and 7 strikeouts. Left-hand batter. Runner takes off. The pitch is high, and the throw's going to be late. And a good play by Acuna. He had to play a tough hop on that throw by Romo. So Rocchio has his 15th stolen base.
And he had such a great jump because anybody that wants to steal on Burke, it's obvious what he's doing to let them know, go. He has a move that is preemptive before his leg moves, and if you pick on that, you'll know to just take off early.
Curve is high. Romo's going to challenge.
Pitch, throw the ball. Catcher's challenge.
This feels like a big one because they just lost one. And it's high, and they're out of challenges in the second inning.
Call's overturned. Call confirmed. Chicago has no challenges remaining.
All right. Don't have to worry about ABS on the White Sox side the rest of regulation.
I guess in the end, that's what it comes down to, what you just said. You don't worry about it. Just go on about playing your game and move on.
The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss on a slider that was low and out of the zone. I think it was Randy Arozarena. Last night was Seattle burned 2 and 1 at bat. It might have been in the first inning.
Well, that's not good. I mean,
it happens.
Yeah, but I mean, spread the wealth. You get 1 as a batter and keep moving.
Fake to second by Burke.
Unless you do like Grichuk did, right? Get it right, then challenge as many times as you want.
The 2-1. Strike called on the outside corner.
And I'm referencing Grichuk had one called on him off the corner the other day, and he challenged it, and it was correct. Then the next pitch was off the outside corner, and it was called a strike, and he challenged that one and got it right as well.
2-2 coming. He got him looking. Stayed near the outside with a fastball, and Engel makes the first out. And that'll bring up Daniel Schneemann, the third baseman.
It's like an epidemic. It's not just White Sox batters that take fastballs for called strikes. It goes on throughout baseball.
Another lefty. Schneemann hitting .214 with 6 home runs. Runner on second, 1 out. Schneemann takes outside on a slider.
Rocchio, you can almost tell he wants to test the theory of getting a great jump again, but left-handed batter, easy throw to third base. Looks like he doesn't want to push his luck.
Cutter strike. Makes it 1-1. The stretch. And now a throw to second. Rocchio could see that was coming, so got back no problem.
Yeah, Acuña's been really holding him tight. He's playing close. He's playing up the middle. But Rocchio's got a bigger lead than he had just had.
Schneemann takes a cutter low and outside. It was close.
Yep. You know, we said it doesn't matter, you just go on. Well, that could have been possibly overturned if they had a challenge left. This is where you're putting your trust in the umpire to not miss anything.
Or to miss in your favor and at least force them to challenge.
Yes, that's a fact, but I'm going with don't miss anything. Just be perfect.
Well, Lentz did have a perfect game last year. 129 pitches were taken, and he called them all correctly.
That's crazy talk.
The pitch, low on a slider. 3-1 on Schneemann, whose last name has just 2 syllables but 10 letters.
How about that? By the way, Rocchio is out there doing a dance, trying to actually take off when our pitcher moves his hands. Now, there he goes.
He's on the move, and that ball is lined deep to right, and it's going to go foul by a couple of feet. He had home run distance.
Well, you could really see that Rocchio, he knows there is a little move with Burke that if you just watch for it, the minute he flinches, then you can go ahead and get a great jump.
So full count on Schneemann with Austin Hedges on deck. Burke looking at the runner. There he goes, and a swing and a ground ball foul pulled toward first.
Rocchio just bound and determined to keep on running since he can see that the pitch is going to be made to the plate.
Yeah, and I think here the thought for Burke is just get the batter. Don't worry about that guy running. Get that second out.
Absolutely.
Deal with Hedges.
Yep.
The pitch, he's not running. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Too bad. They might have been able to throw him out. That pitch was up and away.
Yeah, it might have been enough of a distraction with the batter thinking, is he running? And he's looking at him. He was running so often all of a sudden.
Do you think with a guy running from second to third on multiple 2-strike pitches that the batter gets in a bit of a swing mode?
No, not really. Once a batter knows that guy could be stealing, it's not shocking, doesn't bother you. You just block it out.
Rocchio takes off for third. Here's the throw. And he is out. He was off the bag.
He was bound and determined.
So a caught stealing on that first pitch to Hedges. So the Sox defense has been excellent here early on that double play to end the first. And the throw to third on the caught stealing do.
The Cubs are on fire and have turned 1060 West Addison Street, aka Wrigley Field, into the hottest address in baseball. This week, the Cubbies flew the W for the 15th straight time, their longest home winning streak since '08. And they're winning in dramatic fashion.
Dansby's going to score. The Cubs are going to walk off the red. 4-ball game. 3 straight walk-off wins in the series against Cincinnati.
At the center of it all is Nico Horner, flat out playing like the best second baseman in baseball. Shota Imanaga has been one of the game's best on the hill with a sub-2.5 ERA. With PCA doing PCA things in the field and a solid bullpen, this Cubs team looks built for the long haul. The NL Central has been baseball's toughest division. Will the Cubbies' home field advantage be the difference in the chase for the division crown?
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Unmistakably well crafted. That's Cadillac. And at Advantage Cadillac and Hodgkins, the experience reflects brand. Thoughtful service, attention to detail, and a team that understands you're not just buying a vehicle, you're investing in quality. They make the process seamless, professional, transparent, respectful of your time. That's how it should be. If you're considering a Cadillac, visit Advantage Cadillac in Hodgkins.
This is the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network on Chicago's home for sports. ESPN Chicago.
Sox bat in the third. Randall Grichuk against Parker Messick. Sox lead 1-0. First pitch is high and outside. We've got some news.
Do share.
Miguel Vargas is a first-time All-Star. Congratulations.
Oh, absolutely.
Grichuk takes low. Travis Bazzana has made it.
Hello. Good for him. Congratulations.
So they are making those announcements as this game is going on. There's a swing and a fly ball out into left. Cooper Ingle moving to his left, and he'll make the catch.
A 1 ticket plus a free meal. Grab your family and head to the ballpark with a family pack starting at $21 for select games. Each ticket it includes a hot dog, a drink, chips, and a cookie. Visit whitesox.com/family.
Junior Caminero will be the starting third baseman for the American League, but Vargas will be in Philadelphia.
That is awesome.
Chase Mydroth takes outside, ball 1.
Well, you've been talking about it. You saw him making it all year long as he's consistently been probably the best and most consistent White Sox player.
Got some more notes here in a second. There's a strike on a fastball. Miguel is the 6th third baseman in team history to get to the All-Star team, and the first since Joe Creedy in 2008. 1-1, curve misses low and in. Robin Ventura in 92, Bill Melton in 1971. George Kell in 1954, Jimmy Dykes back in 34. Called strike. 2-2 on Mydroth.
Well, that's not a lot of third basemen over all the years of White Sox baseball. So, again, congratulations to Miguel. It's a hard worker.
2-2 is hit in the air down toward the right field corner. And Watson will not have a play. So still 2-2 on Mydroth. How about this? He's the 7th Cuban-born White Sox to make the All-Star team.
Yep, we've had some.
Not surprising.
No, we've had some great Cuban players for the White Sox organization.
Two-two pitch. There's a ground ball up the middle, gloved by the All-Star Bazzana, and he'll get Mydroth at first base. 2 down. So Bazzana, in his rookie season, a former 1-1, makes the All-Star team, and that has to make an organization feel like they got the right guy.
Well, you can see he is a star of the future for sure.
Colson Montgomery hits a pop-up behind third base, and it'll be caught just into foul territory. Schneemann makes the play, and it's a quick 1-2-3.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. The Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and drive in a couple of runs. Cranked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one headed for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the third straight hit to open the fifth inning. Chopper for Jazz, hot shot, and he makes the catch. That got on there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, did you see that? I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
Fastball taps at the plate. It'll trickle down the third baseline. The Mariners are going to let it roll. Lenny Randle gets down on his hands and knees and blows on it like a curler, and it goes foul.
I have never seen that before in baseball. If this is allowed, that will be part of the arsenal, I'm sure, of the third baseman from now on.
Make you forget Laurel and Hardy in a hurry.
It's going to go as a base hit.
Control problems. Visit NorthShore.com.
Bottom of the third, Sox lead 1-0. Trying to grab a game here and set themselves up for a possible series split tomorrow. Burke to Austin Hedges, and he takes outside. He was at the plate when Rocchio was caught stealing at third to end the second.
That gift that was given to the White Sox, making the third out, trying to steal third.
Feels like they haven't had that many gifts handed to them this weekend, so they'll take it. Cutter strike. They've got an early advantage, brought to you by Advantage Dealer Group. Find your next Chevy, Acura, Toyota, now Cadillac, Buick, GMC. Find your advantage at Advantage Dealer Group. 1-1 coming. Fouled off the end of the bat, in the air and out of play.
You mentioned off the end of the bat. That was a fastball that was up and in on him, and he was out in front of it. He was anticipating that pitch, and he tried to cheat and hit it out of here and was too quick.
One and two on the Cleveland catcher. The pitch. It's a high curve. Burke 1-2 lifetime against the Guardians, but a good 3.48 ERA. 2-2 is fouled.
Well, Sean, I mean, since earlier in the year where there were times where he had an opener, he's proven that he is a guy that you better put out there every fifth day. He has been really good. He's been consistent. You know what to expect. He's going to keep you in the game.
The pitch. Lined, a base hit to left. Austin Hedges, the leadoff single. The 271 season average will go up.
That pitch that he took on the first fastball that he hit off the end of the bat is a similar pitch. This time he didn't get to it too quickly. He waited for it and attacked it.
Nice hand for Stephen Kwan. Who apparently will not be an all-star for a third time this season. Sinker strike.
I think we have discovered that the best thing you could do with his stance is just jam him, but you have to move the left fielder over toward the line and weigh in.
The pitch. Hit in the air. Slicer down the left field line. And it's caught in foul territory by Perez. Nicely done.
Like that. He was shading him way over toward the line. He was playing in. He didn't have to go too far to go get that one in foul territory because of it.
The Guardians have 3 All-Stars, 2 pitchers now. Messick, who's pitching tonight, and their closer, Cade Smith. Joined by the guy at the plate, Bazana, and he takes a strike on a slider. They were all told before the game that they got in.
You know, Bazana, he's not knocking the cover off the baseball, but he's a good baseball player. You know that part.
The 0-1. Backdoor curve is a strike. Bazana was going to challenge it, and just as he was ready to tap his helmet, he stopped himself.
Bazana has 54 hits this year. 12 doubles, a triple, 7 home runs with his .254 batting average.
Two strikes to count. Hedges a short lead at first. Here's the pitch. Fouled. Let's pause 10 for ID on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. Sox lead 1-0. Guardians have a man on with 1 out in the third. The 0-2 to Bazana, and it's bounced in front of the plate on a slider, knocked down by Romo. Tim Stebbins, who covers the Guardians on their beat for MLB.com, tweeted, "The Guardians are the 5th team ever to have multiple rookie All-Stars. The 51 White Sox, the 60 Orioles, the 08 Cubs, and the 2014 Yankees are the others."
Okay.
1-2. Just missed, low and away. It's 2-2 on Bazana. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Foul tip, strike 3. Bazana has fanned twice.
And on a good fastball from Burke. That is his go-to put-away pitch. You know, he relies on the off-speed stuff, but his off-speed stuff makes that 98-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball even that much better.
So it appears at the moment the White Sox will have just 1 All-Star rep. Slightly disappointing. I thought they might get multiples. Curve strike on Chase DeLauder. Montgomery, I think, was a good candidate at short. Davis Martin.
Yeah, I mean, there was a time, let's go a month back, where we were talking about Mooney, Davis, Montgomery, and Vargas.
Swing and a miss by DeLauder. You know, you could almost throw Sam Antonacci into that mix.
That's true.
He's had excellent start. Two strikes on DeLauder. The pitch. Called strike 3. Inning over. So Burke gives up a single, no runs. He's got 5 strikeouts, and after 3, White Sox 1, Cleveland nothing on the Hard Rock.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
It's just as hard to hit homers in this ballpark.
There's a drive. I don't care how big the park is. This one is gone. Touch 'em all time. His first
Major League home run, T.J. Rumfield. First homer of the year for the Rockies. They take a 1-0 lead.
Roof open, roof closed. That would not have mattered. That sounded like a cannon coming off of the bat. Good for him.
There's so much history right here. And when I put it on and it's so light, it just feels just right. It feels just right. I mean, look at this. It got the city on it. When I was 7 years old, my uncle takes me where? To Shea Stadium. Darryl Strawberry hits a home run and I become a fan for life.
Top of the fourth, Junior Perez had to rush up to the plate with 10 seconds left on the clock. Sox lead 1-0. The All-Star Messick delivers. Curve strike. Here comes an 0-1. It's high. Kevin McGonigal, another rookie, made it. Detroit's shortstop / third baseman. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Yeah, I think that was pretty much established, the season he's having, that he'd be there.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Perez, who turned 25 today, and he hits a lofting pop fly behind first base. Caught by Manzardo in foul ground. 1 down in the fourth.
Hey, create your own game plan with a 10-ticket flex pack. You pick the matches and the seats. Total freedom, total fun. For more information, visit whitesox.com/ticket plans.
Dylan Cease, a first-time All-Star.
Now that's crazy.
Congrats to Dylan. Change-up is high to Braden Montgomery.
Not that he made it. That it's the first time.
Right.
Well, people assuming I think that's crazy he made it because, you know, people, they think crazy stuff.
The 1-0 is outside, ball 2. Chris Sale.
Not his first time.
Is an All-Star for, let me check.
4th time, I'll say.
10th time.
That's what I said, 10th time.
There's a base hit on the ground out in the right center, and it's rolling. Braden is going to hold with a long single.
Braden wanted to push the envelope, you know it, but he also realized, oh, that's Quan out there, and he can throw, but just discovered something. When he is on the run to cut a ball off in the gap and throwing back across his body is not as accurate. So mark that down for future reference. If you're going to challenge him, make sure you're doing it when he's running away from his throw.
So 14-game on-base streak for Braden. Curve is outside to Acuna. And I know we talked about Chris Sale recently, and I don't remember if we talked much about the Hall of Fame, but I'm now of the first ballot. 10-time All-Star, Cy Young, Triple Crown. There's a fly ball foul to right, out of play. I don't think there's much doubt at this point.
I would agree, and I don't really think, to me, it's not much of a question because I saw him pitch for years, every 5th day, and I know that he's one of the most dominant pitchers I've ever watched on a regular basis. It was just domination.
1-1 coming. Luis Angel takes low on a changeup.
For Chris Sale to do what he did with the command of the strike zone, with that delivery, I mean, it was, and I've obviously been around great pitchers and watched them, but that stuff with that command it was elite. You just didn't see it.
Messick on a 2-1. And Acuna wraps a single into center. Montgomery will stop at second. Acuna with a couple of good at-bats. One was a line out to left center. This time a solid base hit. 2 on, 1 away for Tristan Peters.
Yeah, he's had two really good at-bats. Right there, he knocked that fastball at 93 miles an hour into center field. So 2 line rockets up the middle of the field for Acuna.
Left matchup. The pitch coming. Sinker strike near the inside corner.
Schneemann, the third baseman, is playing way in. Even though there's an out and there's 2 on, he's thinking that Peters may still bunt.
0-1. Low on a curveball. Detroit shut out Texas today 3-0. Minnesota clubbed the Yankees 11-4. So the Twins are within 4 games of the 500 mark. Detroit's still 11 under.
Yeah, but again, they're creeping back toward it. They're winning some games.
1-1 pitch is fouled. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sox scored in the first inning on a Colson Montgomery double that played at Vargas. 1-2, and he almost clipped him on an inside changeup. Ball 2 and strike 2 on Tristan Peters. The pitch. A swing and a 1 bouncer to the second baseman. Fazana to Rocchio. That's all they'll get. He kind of played back on that to get a good hop. And the inning is still alive. First and third, that'll bring up Romo.
Now batting for the White Sox, catcher number 36.
I don't know what he was thinking out there. I mean, that's a double play ball 100%. Maybe he got the news. He got the news he's going to be an all-star, and he was distracted because for him to back up, play that in the breadbasket, and then take his time throwing it to second base was, to me, seemed like he thought maybe that was the third out.
So they do get one, but not both. And now it's Drew Romo. He's 1 for 1. And he fouls on a changeup, and that one caught the catcher Hedges in a tight spot. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago White Sox and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago White Sox.
Oh, Romo with that base hit back in the second. How about a clutch 2-out RBI single again?
The 0-1. He takes outside on a let-up. Romo in there for Kyle Teal tonight. We'd expect Kyle back in the lineup tomorrow afternoon against Tanner Bybee. A 1-1. Good take on a low inside curve. 2-1.
Yeah, I always look at it and I can't wait for some damage after a mental letdown by an opponent. It's drive in a run right behind it, and it just stings a little bit more.
The pitch. Low, smothered by Hedges. 3-1. Messick is a ball of energy. He gets it. He's ready to go. A lot of quick twitch actions on the mound. The 3-1. Pop foul back in our direction.
Yeah, he just, you're right. He does trust his stuff. You know that. Even if he falls behind, he still just, in his mind, says, yeah, hit it if you can. He's got a great approach. Taking a little time. Hey, score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. The official jersey and memorabilia, the hats, the hoodies. We've got the season coverage at MLBshop.com, your official gear for the White Sox.
Romo takes low and in, ball 4. And they're loaded up for the All-Star Vargas. So these two guys will be teammates in Philadelphia, but right now Vargas trying to do some damage, and we'll get a mound visit first from Carl Willis, their pitching coach. Well, it's turned into a beautiful night. Sun not really a factor now. We had rain last night, really hot temperatures, but it has cooled off in Cleveland, and you could not dial up a better 4th of July evening.
Just only if he hits a grand slam I could. That'd make it better. But other than weather-wise, yeah, you're right.
Big crowd here tonight. Rain definitely chased off a few fans in the middle of the game last night.
By the way, you mentioned these two combatants going to be teammates in the All-Star game in Philadelphia, Vargas and Messick. By the way, and when you're Vargas, I'm going to tell him this too. So just, one thing you do when you're there, just go shake all the hands of the opposing pitchers. Just go, hey, how you guys doing? Nice to meet you. You find out that they're really nice guys, because then when you face them, they're going to know you're a nice guy, and they'll never throw at you, and you just light them up. It changes everything, trust me.
Messick's going to go from the windup with the bases loaded. And a pitch to Vargas is a strike on the inside corner. Chance to add on here, leading 1-0. The 0-1. Popped into center field. This will get Messick out of it. Quan back now in, and he makes a catch. Sox lead the bases loaded. Bottom of the 4th, still 1-0 White Sox on the Hard Rock Casino.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Sidearm delivery and a comebacker. There's the good athleticism. He throws the glove to first for the out. The ball was stuck in his glove. What an intelligent play by El Duque.
That reminds me of Terry Mulholland 12 years ago against the New York Mets.
And it's a good reminder for all you youngsters out there. If you're going to catch a glove with a ball wedged into it, use two hands like Tino Martinez did.
Oh, man, that ball sounded good off the bat. That's drilled. Way gone. Whoa, my goodness. One of the farthest home runs we've seen at PNC Park.
Wow.
An absolute titanic blast. And he's homered in 3 straight games. Look at that.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Welcome to our listeners tuned in on News Talk 1440 AM and 96.1 FM in Rockford, Illinois. Bottom 4, 1-0 Sox. Kyle Manzardo takes outside from Sean Burke. He's been sharp. Hasn't yet worked a 1-2-3 inning, but has kept the Guardians off the board so far. The pitch. Cutter strike. Top of the zone. 1-1. Second base umpire shifting. That's Vic Carapazza. He was kind of behind the shortstop area, now to the right of second base in the outfield grass. And Zardo fouls. It's a big part of umpiring is positioning, especially that second base umpire.
Yeah,
that spot has to move around more than any other.
Absolutely, and as a defensive player, you're telling him, get out of the way.
1-2 pitch. He's hit in the air out into shallow right field. Braden Montgomery comes in and one-hands it.
That's one of the rare times where the authority out there on the field is not in charge in that moment. Because when the umpire is in your way defensively, you have every right to say, hey, you need to move. And if they said, no, I'm not going to, we got a problem.
Well, I think the hardest sport in that regard is an NHL referee. Khalil Watson slaps a ground ball foul, first base side. That is a very fast sport. They're ducking out of the way of pucks and players trying to hit each other along the boards. And
they jump up on the sideboards to get out of the way. I'm watching that going, these guys.
And then they've got to make calls while doing all of that. Swing and a miss on a cutter, 0-2.
Yeah, that is. It's amazing how small they make the ice seem when they're skating. The player, it feels like it's just tiny, a tiny space. They're skating up and down the ice so fast.
The 0-2 pitch. Tap foul behind the plate, went after a low curveball. One of the big moments early on in this game was the 3-6-3 double play turned against Watson to get out of the first inning. They had runners at first and third at that time. 0-2, he struck him out swinging on a high fastball clocked at 98. 6 strikeouts for Sean.
That seems to be his go-to, is the high fastball in this game to get the strikeout. And Watson, he might be feeling pretty comfortable since his first and only big league home run has been against Sean Burke. That was the only run Sean allowed in that start.
2 away, here's Rocchio. And he fouls.
He was going for the game ender right there. Like the other day, he nailed a first pitch fastball, and he tried to do it again.
We don't know of everyone's availability, but I can tell you there are several White Sox relievers who will not be in the mix tonight. That's why they need innings out of Burke. Swing and a ground ball, and it's a base hit. Right field, Vargas couldn't get it. And Rocchio's 2 for 2 tonight.
He's just picking on White Sox pitching. When you're hot, you're hot. And by the way, he's going to be running.
He stole second and was caught trying to steal third in the second inning. Here's Cooper Ingle. Burke fires over, but the throw was a bit to the left, and Vargas did not apply a tag as a result. Big lead by Rocchio. The set, the pitch. Ingle slices one in the air, foul to left, out of play.
Wasn't running, I thought, right out of the gate, but maybe he felt that they were going to throw a wide one to give themselves a chance to throw him out.
One strike, the count, the pitch. He misses high and outside.
Can tell also Burke's working a little bit quicker to the plate. Not going with as high a leg kick.
This is Sean's 50th Major League appearance, his 39th career start. And the 1-1 is high, 2-1.
One of the effective things a potential base stealer does is distracts the pitcher enough to where the batter that is standing at home plate might get a mistake because of it.
Two and one. 1 on, 2 down. 4th inning. The pitch. Grounded foul. 2-2.
Burke's doing a good enough job holding the ball to where you can tell Rocchio's just having a hard time because he's leaning, just leaning, and his balance is off when Burke actually makes his move to the plate.
Third baseman Montgomery backs up and over near the shortstop area. And a check swing, strike 3, and a ball in the dirt, and Engel heads back to the dugout, so he's out. 7 strikeouts for Sean Burke. He's got at least 1 in every inning, and we go to the 5th.
It's done. He just missed this one, hitting it a ton. Will it stay in the park against the wall? It is off the glove, and it's gone. It's gone. Unbelievable. It was in the ballpark, but it bounced off Nady's glove over the fence for a homer, and Dunn says, I'll take it.
All right, I got a couple packs of 1986 Topps baseball cards. Let's open them up and see who's in here. I love the bubble gum. Oh my. Tom Seaver, but with a White Sox uniform on. The franchise for the Mets. I played with him in 1983, my rookie season. I was just in awe with these guys when I saw them in spring training and got a chance to play with them. Baseball cards of memories.
You know what happened in 2014.
A World Series win for the San Francisco Giants.
Look at how clean that is. The gold, I don't know if you guys know what the gold means, but the gold means you are the World Series champions from the year before. But it's the honor of a lifetime, getting to win back-to-back World Series championships with 2 different teams.
Family Waterproofing, your basement's best defense.
A rejuvenated team lighting up the Southside fan base.
Deep left field. It's going to be.
We do feel like we're going to take another step forward.
A home run.
Chicago White Sox baseball. ESPN Chicago.
We're in our Bell Tire broadcast booth at Progressive Field in Cleveland. 1-0 White Sox, 5th inning. Randall Grichuk looks at a curve. It's a strike from Messick. Right now, that first inning run the White Sox got has held up. Fouled, and it's 0-2 on the veteran.
He has 31 hits, Grichuk. 9 home runs and 8 doubles, so he is hit for power.
What a great pickup he has been. He does foul right at home plate, we think. Yep, he did.
Yeah, just trying to hold the ball up as if I caught it. Home plate umpire. He said, let me see that baseball. A little dirt on it. He said, no, you did not. And we're getting a new ball in play.
Another 0-2. Swinging a foul. Upper deck off first base. 41st game with the White Sox. OPS of .959 since he joined the club. After struggling in just 16 games with the Yankees. He fouls. Still 0-2. 221 Major League home runs for Randall Grichuk.
He's had a heck of a career. He's been wanted. He's played several places in his career, but he's somebody teams want.
Another foul. He's from Rosenberg, Texas. Drafted by the Angels. 2009. The pitch. Hammered toward the corner and left. Fair ball. Stayed fair. Grichuk on his way to second, and he has a sliding double. Somehow he kept that one fair.
That was a missile.
Sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka. 5th double with the White Sox, 9th overall. So good start to the 5th. Here's Meidroth. Really want to cash this one in.
Oh, get him over, get him in. You know how I think about it. Situational hitting, it applies now.
Corner infielders are in. Meidroth takes a curve on the outside corner. Chase has struck out looking, and a ground out to second makes him 0 for 2. He's batting .270. The left-hander ready, the pitch. Fastball is up and in on his hands. Very slight breeze blowing in from right center at the moment. The 1-1. Hit to right, but foul and out of play. This is a very asymmetrical ballpark in terms of the seating. All of their suites are stacked on the third base side. They've got a second deck, kind of an in-between level on the right side of the ballpark, fouled, that they don't have on the left, and then they have a traditional upper deck that goes basically from the left field foul pole all the way around toward right center. But I kind of dig it.
Yeah, it's a nice design. It's not a real large footprint either.
Right. Bleachers out and left over that high wall. Change up is low.
In comparison to what the old ballpark in town used to be, and this place opened and you went, wow, this is astonishing.
The old place not far from the lake. 2-2. Mydroth fouls again. And while that site is not very far from here, I'm sure those cold days in April were even colder being right near Lake Erie.
I only played one series in that ballpark, and I don't remember it being comfortable.
2-2, hit to right, foul again. Clearly Chase is thinking the other way, even with 2 strikes.
Well, it's all about the bat angle, right? He's trying to make sure to lead with the knob of the bat, let that barrel lag behind and push it the other direction, just creating the right angle no matter where the pitch is.
2-2, and he just got a piece and fouls a curve behind the plate.
So the one thing that I'm noticing with so many hitters situationally nowadays is they take a similar swing as if they were just trying to get a hit. They don't really do the old get on the left side, front foot, almost like it's a hit and run, playing pepper kind of swing. It's similar to their regular swing, and they're still trying to get the job done directionally.
2-2 is fouled yet again.
Like that swing just now by Chase. Didn't appear to be a I'm giving myself up swing. It was compact, but hard. And he's not just saying, I'm going to softly bounce this through the right side. He's trying to drive it.
Here's pitch number 10. And he fouls that one to the screen. Runner at second, Grichuk. He just doubled to lead off the inning. Good battle here between Messick and Mydroth. The pitch. Punched foul off the screen. That was outside on a sinker, and he extended his arms on that pass.
You can really see that compared to last year, and even though the numbers are good for Chase this year, he is not the same zone hitter he was last season.
Mydroth fouls again down the right field side, out of play. 12 pitches and counting.
Mydroth, especially up into 2 strikes, had a real small swing zone last year.
Oh, it's bigger this year.
Oh, baby. It is anywhere he thinks the ball's going to be hittable.
And he pops this one up, straightaway center, and it's shallow. And it's Kwan to make the catch, and Grichuk will stay put. So he made Messick throw almost an inning's worth of pitches to get him. And now Colson Montgomery, who has a go-ahead RBI double. He had game-winning hits on back-to-back nights in Baltimore, so maybe that's a good sign for tonight.
Yeah, but, if it's going to be a 1-0 win, that's awesome, but I don't want it to be. I want more runs.
Well, if it's 8-0, he'll still get the game-winning
Absolutely.
RBI. He takes a low sinker. Heart of the lineup brought to you by Northwestern Medicine, home to Illinois' top-ranked heart and vascular program for 18 straight years by U.S. News and World Report. The 1-0 is chopped to the first baseman, and it'll take Manzardo right to the bag for out number 2. Grichuk advances to third. That'll bring up Junior Perez, who's fouled out twice, to first.
Well, the birthday boy is just due to find a way to drive in this run.
Messick likes to go back to the windup in this spot, and he misses inside. Junior homered in Baltimore. 3-run shot the other night. 1-0, big swing and a foul back. And an in-zone fastball, 1-1.
Perez has a very good swing. It's aggressive. I mean, he doesn't get cheated. He's trying to do some damage to the baseball, but it's not out of control.
1-1. Fouled again.
You can tell he's very athletic. A lot of strikeouts in the minor leagues, but he has the potential to really drive the baseball.
Grichuk takes his lead off third base. The 1-2. Fouled.
Fans head to the ballpark Saturday, July 25th. The White Sox take on the Astros at 6:10. 15,000 fans in attendance will receive a City Connect basketball warm-up presented by Wintrust.
Another 1-2. Popped in the air, center field, shallow again. It's Stephen Kwan, and he's got it. So the Sox get the leadoff double, but they can't get him home. Bottom 5.
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison. Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive! Superman hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game, the pitcher hits it out. A living, breathing statue, Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
It's a walking history book.
It's ridiculous what he does.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game, these games, all the games, pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time, because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
We bring you our Twitter poll question on X. Len, DJ, when you're ready.
Let's do it.
All right. Joey Chestnut won his 18th Nathan's hot dog eating contest today. Do you consider him and other competitive eaters athletes?
Daniel Schneemann takes a strike from Sean Burt. Go ahead.
Your options: yes, no, it's impressive, but still no.
I'm flat out no.
I'm going to go with it's impressive, but no.
The pitch is high on a cutter. Jeff?
42% say no. 38% say it's impressive, but no. 20% say yes.
What's impressive about it?
Because we can't do it. That's impressive.
Well, fair enough. Ground ball to first. Fair ball behind the bag. It's Vargas. He'll flip to Burke, and they get Daniel Schneemann. I get a little queasy just thinking about those competitive eating contests. No, thank you.
As a young man, when you were running around burning 1 billion calories a day, were you a big eater then?
No, not comparatively.
I was.
I think so.
There was a time where my family members used to watch. They sit there with their chins in their hands and just go, watch this kid eat. You go, oh, man.
Yeah, but you're not eating 67 hot dogs.
No, it felt like it, though.
Hedges takes an inside cutter. One ball, no strikes. 1-0 Sox in the fifth. There's a right-hander up for Cleveland. Hedges swings and fouls off to the right out of play. A lot of stretching happening in the White Sox bullpen.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a lot of stretching to get ready for the eating contest. Because, yeah, they got to stretch their tummies out.
Don't they, dip them in water?
Well, there's that
contest?
technique. Yeah, there's that technique. Some might use beer, I assume. Yeah.
The 1-1. Hedges hits a deep drive out into right center field, way back there, and it is a home run to tie the game. Austin Hedges always seems to save his best for the White Sox. Wow.
Yep, important to get him over, get him in, and the White Sox had the chance after the leadoff double. It's just a one-swing game, and there was the one swing.
His third of the year to tie the game, and man, was he excited coming around the bases.
Yeah, that's him. And Peters thinking he had more room than he did.
Slider strike on Stephen Kwan. 1-1, fifth inning.
Yeah, Peters was on a sprint, and he started to reach up thinking he had room to jump still, and he ran out. He splat on the fence.
Kwan lines fair down the left field line. Tricky play. It gets past Perez. Kwan's going to try for third, and he's going to make it. Well, you could see that coming from our angle. When it hit that sidewall, it eluded Perez, and at that point, it was going to be three bases.
Self-destruction, 100% right. Here's the thing. You got Perez over there thinking, all right, I'm already over here. I can hold him to a single. That's a problem. The minute he thought he could hold Kwan to a single, he put himself in the wrong position, overran the carom, and then it was past him, and he had to go chase it down to the fence. So, youth, right? Very aggressive. I'm going to hold him to a single. There's no way he's going to get in scoring position. That's the mistake of youth. Instead of just saying, all right, hold him to a double, and they have to get him over, get him in from there.
Zach Bold chatting with the pitcher and catcher. And the infield's going to be in. Second triple of the year for Kwan. We talked about he has had a very tough year, but heating up. He's got a 7-game hitting streak. And that's his third hit and the fifth time he's been on base in this series. And the batter's Bazzana, who has struck out both times.
Kwan hits the Sox. Doesn't matter if he's struggling or not.
The pitch to Bazzana. Bounced right to Mydroth, and Kwan's going to be caught between third and home. Romo's got the ball. Now Colson Montgomery and Burke, and he tags him out. Kwan stayed alive long enough to allow Bazzana to get to second base.
Not the way you teach the rundown, but a very good job by Burke. Athletic move for the big man. He's 6'6", 240, and he ran the base runner down. Kwan did what you're supposed to, stay in the rundown, but Romo needed to do better. Romo was running at him hard, but he was not committed at all to going to third base. Kwan kind of was still facing him. Just run and tag him. And then you have the play at second base. But for some reason, while he was one step away from Kwan, really, he threw the ball onto the next guy and said, okay, it's up to him to get him now.
Now they're going to come out, Will Venable. And they're going to check on Burke after that rundown to make sure he's all right.
Yeah, a little tricky on that rundown. He ran him down and then had to kind of step over him in a very awkward way.
So I guess Burke is all right. Heon Kim came out with the manager. So runner at second, 1-1 tie, 2 outs. The pitch to Chase DeLauder, and he takes a low curveball.
Pitch count at 74. Looking for some length. We talked about that from Burke tonight. Hoping to get 6 to 7 innings out of him, but pitch count's getting up there.
It'd be nice to get out of this here quickly. Here's the 75th pitch. Fastball is outside. Ball 2. The stretch. The pitch. Curve strike, 2-1.
Burke had to get it going. He was down to 2 seconds on the clock, and he had just basically come set.
The 2-1 check swing strike. They appealed to third. Quick ring up by Edwin Moscoso. It's 2-2.
You haven't really seen that in a couple of games with DeLauder, that check swing. He sees the ball well. That time he did not.
Stands deep in the box. Open batting stance. 2-2. He blew 99 right on by him for strikeout number 8. But Austin bleeping Hedges, right?
Unfortunately, yes.
With a game.
You've got to be very careful where you're going because you might not get there. But how exactly can you go from a yogi to a king to perfectos, the old professor, and pine tar? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
Yogi Berra was an 18-time All-Star and 10-time World Series champion.
This is the only perfect game in World Series history. You ask him about it, and he would say, it ain't been done before, and it ain't been done since.
David Wells was perfect on May 17th, 1998, Beanie Baby Day.
It's not the pitcher that's calling the game, it's the catcher calling what pitch to throw.
The rule was, can't be more than 18 inches of pine tar. Home plate is 17 inches wide. And so he said, well, if it's more than an inch, and it was a lot more than an inch, then it's an illegal bat.
They might be going to call George Brett out.
Well, he is. Well, he's out. Yes, Brett is out. Look at this.
Keep it down a little, will you, please?
Okay, Yogi.
Casey Stengel and the other touring ball players met the King of England.
Of course, with my English, we had a little trouble understanding each other.
As Yogi said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Control problems. Visit northshore.com.
Top of the 6th. Messick is done after 5 innings, 1 run allowed, and Sean Armstrong will take over, a right-hander. Braden Montgomery will turn around and hit left. And Sam Antonacci now on deck to hit for Acuna. We mentioned 4 left-hand hitters available off the bench tonight. Braden takes high on a sinker, ball 1. Armstrong comes set. Here's his 1-0. Fouled back on a heater.
Braden had great timing, and he was trying to deliver that to the seats. Unfortunately, it's the old just underneath it, foul back.
1-1. Takes a low sweeper.
Montgomery with that move that he does so often on check swings or when he's taking a pitch. Kind of falls back out of the batter's box toward first base. Batting left-handed.
The 2-1 is popped into left, not deep. Cooper Ingle is in, and he's got it. One down. Here's the pinch hitter, Antonacci. White Sox home runs are brought to you by Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana. See Wiz Khalifa at Hard Rock Live Friday, August 28th. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Sox got a run in the first. Guardians just tied it on a Hedges homer. First pitch to Sam. Sweeper, it's a strike.
Anybody that's not starting in a game like this, you know you're probably going to get in there. So Antonacci had anticipated he'll be in there.
The 0-1, big swing, and he fouls on a cutter. Armstrong making his 400th career appearance.
I just think some relievers, that's like 3 years. Mike Marshall.
His career high in appearances, 71, and that was last year in Texas.
It's a lot of appearances.
The 0-2. He struck him out swinging on a high fastball.
Seems to be the strikeout pitch of the game from both sides.
Here's Peters. He has reached on a walk and a fielder's choice, 0 for 1. Fastball called strike. Just thinking about Peters on that Hedges home run. And as you mentioned, Peters acted like he was going to run it down. I kind of felt like if it stayed in the park, it would have been an out.
He just ran out of room.
Yep. Fouled.
He started to jump. Again, he didn't quite know exactly where he was because he was running at such a good clip. He started to jump to try and make the grab, but he couldn't really get up because he ran into the wall before he got to his peak.
Peters in battle mode, down 0-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ground ball. Backhanded neatly by Rocchio. He'll spin around. One hop throw to first. Safe. Manzardo could not handle that throw. It got in the glove, but he just couldn't squeeze it. It'll be a base hit for Tristan Peters.
Boy, when you do all that work that Rocchio did, which was beautiful, backhand spinning on the ground grab, it seemed like seeing a replay, he made it a lot harder than maybe it was initially. It wasn't hit as hard as maybe he thought, but the backhand grab and spin and throw, couldn't complete it. His first baseman had a tough bounce.
Romo shoots one foul off the right side screen. He's batting left now. One strike on Romo. It's a 1-1 tie in the sixth inning. Feels like these two teams have played just about the same game 5 and now 6 times, including tonight. All these one-run games. Romo takes low and in, and the pitch gets all the way by. Peters rounds second. He is going to be safe at second. He went halfway to third, hit the brakes. Fortunately, Hedges threw to third, or Peters might have been caught in the middle there in a rundown. It'll be a wild pitch.
Yeah, Hedges had to just assume he was going to third. He just turned and fired. Smart thing, because if he is running, they get him. And a good job by Peters to not be going, because he would have been out.
1-1 on Romo. So now Tristan's in scoring position. The pitch. Fastball strike. 1-2.
Well, Hedges, the catcher, did some damage. We need a little base hit to put the White Sox back on top.
One ball and 2 strikes on switch hitting Drew Romo. The pitch outside.
Really looked like Armstrong wanted to throw that pitch out there, which would be trying to set up this pitch.
Two and two. Armstrong chopping on some gum. Now throws, swinging a pop fly down the left field line. And it's slicing, and it is caught. Jump catch and foul ground by Cooper Engel.
Well, he overran it and jumped, reaching back toward the field of play again. Natural positions catcher, but he made a nice grab either way.
Sox lead Peters at second. We head to the bottom of the 6th. White Sox.
Turns out a minor tune-up to the Dodgers lineup may have Mookie Betts firing on all cylinders.
It's gone! There's the feel, there's the results.
Dave Roberts decided to give Mookie a new perspective on Tuesday, dropping him from his usual 2-hole down to the cleanup spot for the first time since 2017. Safe to say, Mookie's slumbering bat woke up.
And this ball is gone, a home run, as Mookie announces he is back.
Betts went atomic against the Rockies, launching 2 homers and driving in 5.
Well, Betts in that cleanup spot, and that's exactly what he's been doing with runs. He's been cleaning them up.
And hey, shout out Andy Pajes. He shifted up into the 2 spot, racked up 4 hits, and extended his MLB leading RBI total. The Dodgers have been winning and are on top in the NL West, but getting Mookie Betts back to his old self makes their chances at a three-peat look a whole lot better.
I'm Jonathan Mayer, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
To the bottom of the 6th when we bring you our Gateway to the Booth, brought to you by the City of Countryside, Chicago's Western Gateway. It's an Ask Len Day whenever you're ready, Mr. Casper.
All right, give us a second here. Manzardo takes a high slider. Mydroth's now over at short, and Antonacci is at second. Sean Burke still pitching. A 1-0. Curve strike. Go ahead, Jeff.
Christy in Oak Park wants to know, Len, if you were in charge, would you do anything differently with how MLB All-Stars are selected?
No, I think, they've got a player ballot. It's a little more structured than it used to be. Cutter is a strike. I think it used to be so political when the league manager had to fill out his roster and get phone calls from guys begging him to take their guy, and so they've kind of taken that out of the manager's hands. Sinker is high. The only issue I have, I guess, is it almost feels like there are too many All-Stars now, especially with injury replacements. I think it's like a 32 or 34-man roster.
Yeah, what about, do you like that every team has to be represented?
Yes, I do like that.
Yeah.
I think it gives fans of every team a reason to tune in, right? The pitch is high on a curveball. 32 players, so 64 total, and that's before you do the injury replacement stuff. I think I would probably cut that to 28. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 to get Manzardo. Sean Burke now with 9 punch-outs tonight.
That pitch count's getting elevated, and it's 84. And he's working in the 6th. It's hot out. He's doing great, but we need him to somehow just make it a quick 6th inning and maybe start the next inning.
This is a season high in strikeouts. Sliders low to Khalil Watson. His career best 10 in his last start last year in Washington in late September. Steinhoffels is a proud partner of the White Sox. This season, every time they turn a double play at home, Steinhoffels donates $200 to Special Spaces to help create dream bedrooms for children battling cancer. Watson fouls. It's 1-1 on him. One tie, bottom of the 6th. The pitch. Grounded softly, foul on a cutter.
Watson at our place, and so far in this series, you can see he has a really good swing and approach. His timing's not as good as it was at our place. He's a little bit off, but pitchers know him a little better too.
Now a 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Ball gets past. Romo will not be able to get him. That ball ended up near the Cleveland on deck circle, and Watson reaches on the 10th strikeout and a wild pitch.
That's so frustrating. You make the pitch, you get the chase, and it's just shocking, to be honest with you, that Watson swung at that pitch, and he did not run. Ball bounced in front of home plate. He stood there, and then he looked back to see the catcher chasing it back to the screen. That's one when you're swinging at it, it's bouncing in front of the plate. You should anticipate, I got to run because he's not going to catch that.
So he's at first with one away, and Rocchio takes low and in on a sinker.
Well, it turns out, right, this is the one guy you don't want up right now. I said about lots of guys on other teams, but the way he's a threat in this game and the game winner the other day, he's just waiting for these moments to shine.
4 hits in the series. And he takes low. This will be the final inning here for Sean. He's at 90 pitches.
Yeah, I was just going to mention the strikeout didn't help that he reached first base. Now he's still working with just one out.
2-0 with a runner moving. Pitch is low, and the throw is going to be late. And the shortstop, Meidroth, had to cut it off because it was fading toward the right of the bag. So Watson's got a stolen base.
Yeah, nothing like a guy that struck out stealing the base. Drive you crazy when you put some thought into it.
Yeah, well, they're pressing their advantage, right? Yep. Taking advantage of that wild pitch, and now he's in scoring position, and it's 3-0 on Rocchio.
Well, the way he's swinging to have a green light, so obviously don't lay one in there.
Watson takes off for third, swing and a miss, throw to third, safe. It was close. I think he just got his hand in, but a quick tag by Montgomery.
If he tagged him, yeah, it's worth thinking about. But I don't know if he got the tag down because it looked like he might have tagged the bag and his hand was on the bag.
Well, Watson steals second and third.
Again, you know, Burke has a tell, and you can see that Watson felt comfortable getting a really good jump because of it.
Watson with his third steal. Well, the key thing is he got to the bag with his left hand, and as he slid over the bag, he kept the hand on the base. So the infield is in. How about this? A strikeout, wild pitch, and 2 steals, no hits.
Yep.
And they've got the go-ahead run 90 feet away, and Romo will head out to talk to Burke.
Well, yeah, and now you got Rocchio up there with a 3-1 count, so you're in the rock and the hard place right now, and the reason is you don't want to lay it in there to this guy. He's a veteran guy. He's been around for a few years now. He's looking for something to get the job done. But if you go around him at all, then he's going to try and steal second and put himself in scoring position. So
You got a lot going on right now. What you need is him to get himself out with a pop-up in the infield.
Brandon Eisert is loosening quickly in the bullpen. The 3-1. Swing and a miss on a curve.
That's useful. That was out of the strike zone down.
Rocchio really spread out with his feet. Waits on a 3-2. Called strike three. He's going to challenge it. Fastball at the knees. Big call coming up.
Call the strike. The hitter is challenged.
The ABS board in left says it's a strike. 2 down.
Right at the very bottom of the knees.
Everyone has one challenge remaining.
New career high, 11 strikeouts. And I guess he's got a shot at a 4 strikeout inning. He's got 3 in the 6th. Here's Cooper Engel, who has struck out twice.
Okay. I'm all in. I'm invested now, Len. I want the 4th strikeout on 3 pitches.
Infield deep, save for Montgomery at third base. Burke stretches and pitches. Swing and a chopper to first. Gloved by Vargas. He's going to take it by himself.
In the end, I like that even better.
Yep, he got out of it. Great work by the big right-hander, Sean Burke. Through 6, Sox 1, Guardians 1 on the Hard Rock Casino. White Sox.
Yogi Berra was an 18-time All-Star and 10-time World Series champion.
This is the only perfect game in World Series history. You ask him about it, and he would say, it ain't been done before, and it ain't been done since.
David Wells was perfect on May 17th, 1998. Beanie Baby Day.
It's not the pitcher that's calling the game, it's the catcher calling what pitch to throw.
Home plate is 17 inches wide. And so he said, well, if it's more than an inch, and it was a lot more than an inch, then it's an illegal bat.
Well, the Yankees win. He's out. Yes, sir. He is out. Look at this. Keep it down a little, will you, please?
Okay, Yogi.
Casey Stengel and the other touring ball players met the King of England.
Of course, with my English, we had a little trouble understanding each other.
As Yogi said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
You know what happened in 2014.
A World Series win for the San Francisco Giants.
Look at how clean that is. The gold, I don't know if you guys know what the gold means, but the gold means you are the World Series champions from the year before. But it's the honor of a lifetime, getting to win back-to-back World Series championships with 2 different teams.
Back in our Bell Tire broadcast booth from Cleveland, 1-1 top 7. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. New pitcher, Hunter Gaddis against Miguel Vargas. And he pops it up off the end of the bat, shallow left center. 3 Guardian defenders are there, but it's the shortstop, Rocchio, to grab it. Now Kyle Teal's going to hit for the DH Grichuk.
Number 8, Kyle Teal.
So this might be a one and done for Kyle, but we'll see. Although now that he's in the game, he'll probably just stay as a DH and be the emergency catcher if needed. Slider strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He threw a good changeup.
Gaddis big, hard-throwing right-hander that doesn't want to throw hard. Changeups and sliders seem to be the pitches he'd rather throw to you at all times.
6'6", 260. 0-2 is low.
He gets you buying into the fact that he's a huge guy. He's got the arm motion to sell that changeup.
The stretch and the 1-2. He struck him out swinging on a slider.
Yeah, I don't think he's thrown a fastball since he's entered the game.
Now batting, shortstop number 10, Chase Mydroth.
Mydroth now, you are right. No fastballs. 2 down. Chase is 0 for 3. The pitch. Fastball strike. Might have been high. Sox don't have an ABS challenge left. The Guardians have 1. Well, the third baseman's going to back up. That's Schneemann. The pitch. Awkward wave and a miss on a slider off the plate.
All he had to do was show that one fastball, and he got Mydroth in. He got him invested. So, okay, he'll throw the heat now, and he chased the slider half-heartedly.
Chase takes a changeup for strike 3. And that was quick. Sox go quietly. We've reached the 7th inning stretch. It's a 1-1 tie on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Washington crossed the Delaware. Jefferson authored the Declaration of Independence. And Bell Tire, well, they're giving up to $340 off tires and service June 29th through July 8th. 3 monumental triumphs, equal across the board. No daylight between them, cut from the same heroic cloth. 3 peas in the pod of American accomplishment. Totally, inarguably just as important as each other. Celebrate these unparalleled American achievements and save up to $340 before July 8th. The 4th of July sale at Bell Tire.
When you walk into any one of our 20 Pete's Market stores across Chicagoland, you see unmatched quality and freshness, and you understand why. They're the king of fresh produce. Then you go further in. Discover their homemade favorites, including guacamole, pico de gallo, and salsa. Made in store daily with the freshest ingredients. And don't forget to pick up a bag or 2 of El Ranchero authentic tortilla chips, the perfect dip chip. Pete's Market, El Ranchero, and Chicago baseball. A lineup built for game day. Pete's Market, fresh, local, done right.
Hey, it's the good kid. When it comes to my ride, I don't mess around. That's why I drive an Advantage Chevy. 3 locations. Chicagoland's covered. Boom. You want a Chevy? They got every Chevy. You want savings? Oh, yeah. They've got that, too. And here's what matters most. Trust. When you walk into Advantage Chevrolet Hodgkins, you're not getting a runaround. They respect your time. They respect your budget. They shoot you straight. Head to Advantage Chevrolet in Hodgkins and see what I'm talking about. Advantage Chevrolet. Together. Let's drive.
Favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Well hit to right center. Michaels on the run, turns his back to the infield and bobbled it and then kicked it up into the stands for a home run. He bobbled it and flipped it into the stands.
You can see total desolation there after he realizes what he did. Oh no.
Unbelievable.
So, advantage Isert. He knows what not to do. And be sure to check out the Blue Moon Balcony and Miller High Life Sky Lounge at the ballpark this season. Open to all fans on the 500-level concourse. Spaces offer a unique experience and panoramic view of the ballpark. 312-674-1000 is the number.
24th appearance for Isert. 1-1 with a 5.32. Working to the pinch hitter, David Fry. And he pops up the first pitch. First base side foul territory. Romo is over there and no room. Somebody lost a hat in front of the White Sox dugout. It was the Bat Boy.
Bad Boy's hat. He was clearing out because he didn't know if he was in play, and he's wearing the helmet right now with the live ball in action.
0-1. Swing and a miss on a slider. Isert has given up a run in each of his appearances on this road trip. The 0-2 is high. This feels like a big one to get. Sox can get back into a first-place tie with a win. There's a swing and a chop to Mydroth, and he'll throw on the move to first, and he gets David Fry.
I agree. Just for the sake of what you'd mentioned at the end of last night's game, maybe at the start of today as well, White Sox have lost 3 in a row.
They have not lost 4 in a row yet.
Exactly. We don't want that to become a thing.
Only team in baseball without a 4-game losing streak. The other one is they have now lost 9 straight in this ballpark. Slider is low. Their last win in Cleveland was 2 years ago and a day. July 3rd of 24.
Yeah, we're trying to turn all that stuff around. We already did it in Kansas City and Baltimore.
Hedges takes low, ball 2.
So now it's all about salvaging this game, picking up a win, and then tomorrow as well. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just get 2 more outs here in the 7th.
Big lefty Tim Herron up for the Guardians. Sliders over for a strike to Hedges. 2 balls and a strike. Isert pitches. Grounded foul. Beyond Isert, I quite honestly don't know who is available in the bullpen.
Yeah,
pretty much everybody's been busy here the last few days.
7 were used last night.
2-2 hit on the ground again to the shortstop. Mydroth's got time. Crow hop throw. Hedges is out for the first time tonight.
Yeah, we used 7 pitchers last night. 5 the night before that. We had the game with Fetty where he went 5, and then Schweitzer came in and finished it up with 4 innings of work. That was his savior.
And I'm guessing Isert might be the only lefty available. Quan takes a strike. Maybe Hicks, maybe Taylor, maybe Dominguez, but we're going to find out.
Quan might be just in the mood to try and pull one down the right field line.
And he pulls a ground ball to Antonacci, who will underhand flip to Vargas. Nice work by Brandon Isert. That is ground ball pitch working.
Do you see yourself maybe one day after baseball, like maybe food critic, food writer?
I would love to do that. That's the plan. I've been doing it ever since I was in the big leagues. It's just fun. It's fun to interact with people, like the fans, because a lot of my followers are baseball fans. Mm-hmm. So it's nice to interact with them on a topic that's not baseball. A lot of people seem to rally around that. I mean, who doesn't love good food?
You can see a lot of different characters at the ballpark, and this week brought out some of the best.
I just hope that whatever was going on with that hot dog, that dog now own that hot dog.
I have not seen a cup on the bottom of a spike.
This is more of a hand grenade than it was a throw toward second.
Osuna hits one into the cone.
So look up and look out.
That bat exploded, and the Mariners haven't blown it up.
Florida man's a real thing, Wayne.
Tarps off. Freebird time at Busch.
Fantastic entertainment.
Hats off and shirts off for the top defensive plays of the week.
Towards the side rail, he crashes into the wall, and he made the catch!
Another stop by Peraza, throw from his back, and he got it! Now, look if you dare, I shall not drop the ball.
Church is gonna make a diving catch!
Holy smokes, what a catch by Julio Rodriguez.
Into the dugout, flips into the dugout. Did he hold on? He did. How about that?
Manager for the Chicago White Sox. Hopefully we can support these guys to take the next step forward. You're listening to ESPN Chicago.
We've got another nail-biter tonight in Cleveland. You know what? This is what you wanted. One of these games to matter, and boy, do they ever.
You're not kidding.
Changes now for the Guardians. Kwan's in left, Watson's in center, and Fry is in right.
And Arias is at third base.
Gabriel Arias at third. The new pitcher is Tim Herron. He faces Colson Montgomery. 1-1 tie, 8th inning. First pitch is low and outside. This one coming right down to the wire again. Fouled. Up and in on the hands that time, 1-1. Every game decided by a run in this season series. 4 of the 5 games have been decided in the final at bat. The 1-1. Outside sinker.
Well, you don't like it to come down to one swing that's going to make the difference, but that's what it's really been in the series against these guys so far this year. The White Sox needed to turn in their favor with one swing.
Swing and a miss on a sinker. It's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Montgomery fouls back.
His best swing of the at-bat. Unfortunately, it didn't matter.
This is an all Indiana matchup. Tim Herron, born in Munster. Colson, Huntingburg, went to Southridge High School. And he drives one to right. That baby will go. 2-1 Sox in the 8th.
Well, the swing before was good. That one was better. He had the timing, fouled it back. He made the correction and made him pay.
New career high for Colson on the anniversary of his debut. Number 22 RBI, number 51. He's got 4 go-ahead RBIs on the road trip. Here's Junior Perez at homer, brought to you by Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana. Got to mention that.
Sure.
So in that all-Indiana matchup, Colson wins. Perez takes outside on a curve.
It was a 95-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball right down the middle thigh high. The previous pitch that he had fouled back was in on him just enough to where he fouled it back. So big mistake by Herron.
The 1-0. Perez high in the air, deep center field. Watson drifting. He's under it, and he's got it right in front of the warning track. Boy, if Junior straightens that out by just a touch, it's a home run.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's not much wind or anything like that to knock that down. But if there was a helping wind, it probably gets out of here.
That'll bring up Braden Montgomery. At the end of the day, this is what the White Sox do. You got to hit the ball over the fence. And they have done it here to take a late lead. Their 122nd home run. Braden takes a strike.
Yeah, had Vargas hit the 3-run home run last night, that put them in a good position. Unfortunately, it didn't hold up. Let's hope that one does hold up or just keep adding on.
Now, typically, in terms of the bullpen management, swing and a miss on a curve, you have it set up and mapped out, and there's a situation where maybe if we have a lead, this guy might be available, that sort of thing. So check, swing, strike, 3. So Braden is out. So I don't know if that means a Grant Taylor might be in play now that they have the lead late. Looks like the bullpen right now is quiet, so Eisert might come back out for the bottom of the inning.
Well, 3 left-handers scheduled at the top of the order.
Yeah, and they won't pinch hit for any of them.
That's exactly right, but all 3 lefties can handle left-handed pitching.
Sam Antonacci takes a strike on a slider. One strike to count. The pitch. Low on a curve.
Defense plays, Sam, fairly straight up compared to most defensive sets up now. Third baseman plays in off the line. Shortstop up the middle, but that's the only movement.
A whiff on a slider makes it 1-2.
Antonacci calls timeout.
The pitch. Swing and a soft bouncer toward first. Going to be a tough play. The flip over to Heron, and they get him. Nice play by Manzardo. He knew he had to hurry with Antonacci hustling.
Yeah, they did everything perfectly to get the out.
Colson Montgomery with a leadoff home run. Sox 2. Guardians 1.
Did he get another one? You bet! And a new Rockies record for home runs in front of the All-Star break.
Seiya, deep left. Cubs win! Seiya wins it! 10th walk-off of the year for the Cubs!
The magician makes another one disappear. My word! He has homered in 4 straight games.
Casey Mize had one of the best starts of the year for a Tiger pitcher.
That stuff tonight was absolutely filthy, just allowing 1 hit with 10 strikeouts.
Cowser's at the wall. Cowser takes away another. Come on now. Back-to-back days, Colton Cowser has robbed a home run here at Camden Yards.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
You're out of there, leaky store brands. When all else fails, try North Shore Adult Diapers for even the heaviest control problems. Visit NorthShore.com.
Bottom of the 8th, second inning for Eisert. He's the pitcher of record now. He went 1-2-3 in the 7th, and then the Sox just retook the lead on the Colson Montgomery homer. First pitch swing by Travis Bazzana, and he hits a high pop fly, shallow left, and the catch made in foul ground by Junior Perez.
Bazzana just reaching for what looked to be a little sweeper. He was out in front, slapped at it. Left fielder's not ready, and the pitch is being thrown.
DeLauder takes a strike.
Oh, my. Yeah, Perez was walking back to his position with his back turned to the infield, and the pitcher's hands were set. He turned around just in time.
The 0-1. Sinker strike. I think it's Hudson up for the White Sox. The pitch is a low changeup.
One of the things with the pitch clock is defenders needing to hurry and get back to their positions.
The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. DeLauder fans.
With that step toward the first base line and then throwing back across his body was tough on DeLauder. That delivery of Iser can really give left-handers problem if they're not used to it. You can tell in that at bat, actually both at bats in this inning, the left-handers weren't used to it.
Hoskins for Manzardo. Called strike.
Well, we thought they'd leave Manzardo in there either way, and they chose not to, so they send the power up there of Hoskins.
Hoskins takes high. So he'll just stay in and play first, no doubt, after batting for Manzardo. A 1-1. It's high. 2-1. Sox lead late, but it's only by a run. 2-1, swing and a miss on a slider.
Yeah, after the last high fastball, Romo kind of said, come on, get the ball down. And then a little little delivery motion from Iser may have sold that he was coming with a fastball. They threw a slider instead, and the batter was out in front.
Hook foul off the barrier in front of the Cleveland dugout.
That was another slider that he was out in front of.
Two to Hoskins. The pitch. It's outside on a changeup. I'd like to keep this no walk thing intact tonight.
That would be awesome.
Watson on deck. The 3-2. He struck him out swinging.
Got your wish.
Boy, what a great job by Brandon Isert. To the ninth, Sox 2, Guardians 1 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox.
Ohtani, whose 147 ERA is second in the major leagues, trailing just the Miz. Strikes out Lewis, his first one of the game.
I saw Ohtani picking at his finger in the first inning. Doesn't seem to be affecting him here. That is absolutely filthy.
Home with an 0-2. Strikes out the side in the third.
Another splitter. He had no idea where that one was. He strikes out on 3 pitches.
Boy, oh boy. 6 pitches and 6 strikes and 2 Ks for Lewis.
And a lot of non-competitive swings. I mean, he's just not seeing the ball well off Ohtani and put him away right there with his sinker.
And there it is right there, 99 for strike 3. He is average tonight right at 100 with that fastball, which would be the first time in his career that he averages triple digits in a game.
That's why he swung 3-0, because that was going to be his best pitch to hit. Sweeper, sweeper, and then here, 99 fastball.
I remember the first series I had, the first home run I hit was a grand slam against Seattle, which was the team that I had played for the year before. As we know, Cleveland can get a little cold, so I would wear the dark blue long sleeves. And for some reason, this jersey, I always liked my jersey a little longer. The reasons for it, for a little padding, so when I would slide, I wouldn't get all patched up and roughed up.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Hoskins stays in at first base. Matt Festa, righty, takes over on the hill. He's 33, making his 38th appearance. White Sox lead 2-1. Tristan Peters at the plate, and Grant Taylor is up in the bullpen in the ninth.
Well, how about that? Guys are digging deep. You know, the White Sox are in a position to pick up a win here, a big win that's needed.
The pitch is high and outside. An extra run would be great. Swing and a miss on a fastball.
Think back to a month and a half ago. These at bats, how often Peters would have been trying to bunt. He's completely gone away from that because he swung the bat so well. He's not wasting those at bats on bunt hits anymore. But it's a thing that you need to still do even when you're locked in, because it will help you swinging the bat.
0-2. Hit hard on the ground, past a diving Hoskins. Right field corner. Peters is going to try for two, and the throw is late. Leadoff double sponsored by Tito's.
Infield was drawn in anticipation that he might bunt.
That's it, and they always do.
Yep.
Because of that early scouting report.
And it gives you the advantage, so he yanked one right past the drawn-in first baseman. He did not have time to move. So, indeed, even though I'm talking about bunts, they're still effective even if you aren't putting them down as frequently. Picking up his 19th double of the year, team leader.
That's it. Romo shows bunt and takes a high sweeper. He's got Hoskins breathing right down his neck.
Yep. And there's a reason, especially when you don't bunt it. He just kept running like to show the batter, if you bunt, I'll get all the way to the third base line and get it.
Festa now throws, and he throws into center field. Peters is going to end up at third. He had Peters picked off. Tristan was leaning, but it was a bad throw by Festa, and it'll be an error on the pitcher.
How about that? Pitcher actually goes with the spin move, the leg kick and spin, and then he throws it away. Like you said, it was going to be close. Peters was striding toward third base, but when he recognized delivery, it's a spin move. And he goes diving back, and fortunately, he's at third base now with a chance to score without the benefit of a bunt.
Infield in. Romo takes outside.
You got 3 chances now.
Festa's ready. The 2-0. Fastball is inside. Runner at third, nobody out. Trying to push home a big insurance tally. Romo takes high. That's a walk. And that'll bring up the all-star Miguel Vargas.
Icing, cake, all that stuff. Power hitter. Runs to drive in. Enough said.
Vargas scored his team-leading 59th run in the first inning. And he takes outside. He's driven in a team-best 55. With Montgomery not far behind now at 51. Festa on a 1-0. A swing and a fly ball, well hit to right. Back on it is Fry. Warning track, and he gloves it. Peters tags and scores. It's a sacrifice fly, and it's 3-1.
That's a beautiful swing by Vargas. Just stayed inside with authority, not an overswing, under control, trying to drive it just like he did.
That'll bring up Kyle Teal with Romo at first. And the sweeper is high and outside. Boy, bubble wrap these guys. You don't want your two catchers to be in harm's way. They're both on the field right now.
That's true.
White Sox at one point last year went with 3 catchers, but haven't seen it this season. Called strike.
Well, Teal has put some good swings together. Now he just needs to get rewarded.
Last year Brooks Baldwin was the emergency catcher. There's a base hit. Ground ball into right. Romo stops at second.
Yeah, to freeze on the line drive, make sure he wasn't doubled up. The diving effort by Bazana. And then he had to really hustle because he got out to the right fielder quickly.
That'll bring up Mydroth with 2 on and 1 out.
And before Peters went into the dugout, he stopped and told Mydroth something on his way in to let him know what to expect from this pitcher.
Fastball is over for a strike. Chase batting third tonight. Hitless in 4 tries. Festa's 0-1. Swing and a miss.
Teal was anticipating some contact right there, I assume, because when that swing took place, he took 2 strides towards second base like he thought the ball was hit.
Poke foul in the air, off to the right, out of play. So Hicks has joined Taylor. Won't be dependent on whether they add on here or not. There's a swing and a line drive to right field, and he hit it right to Fry, who was in. And he makes a catch for the second out.
Hey, Chicago Sports Network is your TV home for White Sox baseball. Stream the Sox all season long, anytime, anywhere, on up to 3 devices with the CHSN app.
Colson Montgomery. Go ahead double in the first, go ahead homer in the 8th. The pitch. Fastball strike. Maybe that home run also for some all-star voters who didn't put his name on the ballot.
Yeah, just,
take that.
Little reminder.
The 0-1 is fouled. He banged one off his front leg.
Get a little extra time to walk that one off.
Initially, the White Sox with 1 all-star, that's Vargas. Possible they could get more due to injury replacements.
Yeah, guys, they got to be aware that anything can happen from now to the next week.
And a lot of it's on the pitching side.
Yep.
Find out who's available and who isn't. The pitch. Popped up. And it's the second baseman, Bazana, to make the catch. So we head to the bottom of the 9th. The Sox now lead 3-1 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Papers swirling onto the field. All-star ballots like a mini tornado out there. This will be a wonderful night for the grounds crew.
Well, you never know what you're going to see.
No, the players all turning away from that wind so they won't get the dust in their eyes. This looks like a scene out of a Humphrey Bogart movie.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Attorneys, 708-4 million.
White Sox baseball. What a diving stab by Murakami.
Let's get through walk.
Oh my, ring the bell on that one.
This is the Chicago White Sox Baseball Network. Safe chance for Grant Taylor. He's got a 2-run cushion. The Guardians will have Watson, Rocchio, and Arias due. 3-1 bottom of the ninth. A chance here to jump back into a first-place tie. He struggled landing his curveball the other night. The previous couple of appearances, he was as good as we've seen him.
Well, we need that guy. As good as we've seen him.
Here's the pitch to Watson. Curve strike. Hopefully that's a good sign.
Just needs a short memory. Don't worry about what happened the other night. Throw strikes, get outs.
The 0-1 is low on a curve. Watson has had a tough night in that he's 0 for 3 fouls, but he did reach on a wild pitch on a strikeout and stole second and third in the 6th inning.
Yeah, that's turning the negative into a positive. It's like you feel like you've done something on the night.
Watson strikes out swinging on a high fastball. 1 away.
Well, that makes you feel like you've done nothing on the night when you have 3 strikeouts and a double play. Now the 2 stolen bases don't feel as important.
Like Grant showing a little emotion after that strikeout. Usually pretty even-keeled. Rocchio takes a curve. It's high. This is the guy who hit the game-ending homer the other night. Off Taylor, who was starting his 2nd inning of work. The 1-0 is high on a curve.
Well, he hit a home run on a fastball. So now you've done the predictable thing to the hitter. He's like, oh, doesn't want to throw me a fastball again. 2 curves.
The 2-0 is low on a curve. I'll mention that no walk thing again. Well, you don't want to put a man on. That will get the tying run up.
Yeah, you're not doing yourself a favor by falling behind 3-0.
Fastball strike.
Or are you?
3-1.
Maybe that's the key. You want to work from behind to get him aggressive. I don't know. If it's effective, do it. It's just not the normal route.
Swinging a ground ball to the second baseman, Antonacci, and he'll lob it over. 2 down.
You know, with all joking aside, there are some pitchers that knew hitters so well that they would work from behind because it forced them to be more aggressive, and they felt that was a good way to go after him. Throw ball 1, 2, and 3, and then say, here's a strike, let them get themselves out. That's what it looked like Rocchio did.
Gabriel Arias with 2 away. Slider strike. Well, that looked like it was outside, and they've got a challenge. He didn't use it. 0-1. Right-hand batter waits, and he takes low. Grant's working with a lot of pace here, too.
Yeah, he's got the adrenaline pump, and I think, that's the difference when you ask him to go back out there for a 2nd inning. He doesn't have the same adrenaline flow as the 1st inning of work.
A 1-1. Sinker at 101, a little low. Fry is on deck. He's the tying run. The 2-1 to Arias. Sliders outside.
Arias to this point just bat on his shoulder.
Three and 1 to Gabriel Arias. He might be taking here. The pitch. Low. First walk of the game issued by the White Sox. Here's Fry, and he'll have one thing on his mind.
Yes, he will. Right now, just with the walk, you give the Guardians hope.
Sox not worried about Arias. He's going to take off for second. Slider strike. 0-1 on David Fry. Taylor actually looked at first and then went, oh, he's at second. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. I've never seen a pitcher do that. He looked over his left shoulder and then went up, and he took a look to his right to try to find the base runner.
It was a double look.
And he's not worried about Arias. The stretch, the 0-2. Swing and a bouncer to third. Gloved by Colson. Throw to first. Ball game over. Sox are back in first. A big 3-1 win tonight.
Yeah, that was needed. The White Sox needed to hold on to a game that they were leading. Because just as recent as last night and the night before that, that was not the case.
They've also tied the season series, we should note. This could really come down to a tiebreaker at the end of September.